Hi everyone, I'm Katrina, and in this video let's go over how to build an e-commerce website. Specifically, I'll be building an e-commerce website for a hypothetical t-shirt company, and I'll be using WordPress and the free WordPress theme provided by Woo Themes called Wootique. So let's take a quick tour around the website we'll be building in this video. So here we are on the home page of the site. We see at the top there's either going to be your website name or a logo, and I'll show you how to set that up. Then just underneath the title or the logo, we'll have a menu here so anyone can easily navigate around your website or around your product catalog. Just under the menu, we'll have a featured product slider, which we see when I click on this button here. A whole set of additional featured products slide over like that. Now, just going back, when we hover over each of these different thumbnails in the product slider, the featured product slider, you'll note that there's two calls to action. We can either click on the title of the product, which will send us directly to the product page, or we can simply add the product directly to the shopping cart. So I'll show you how to set this up in this video. Just below the featured product slider, we have the recent products, and this is pretty much the rest of your product catalog. All of your products will be displayed right here, again with the title that goes directly to the product page or a call to action. So one thing I love about this particular theme is that there are very few distractions. Your eyes, your attention is really directly on the product and on the call to action, which when you have an e-commerce site is exactly what you want. You want to have everyone pretty much just focused on your products because you want to sell them. So this theme is really, really minimalist, and I love the way this theme is set up. So thank you, Woo Themes, for providing us with this wonderful free e-commerce theme. Okay, so moving on, right here on the right-hand side, this is a sidebar, and with the sidebar, you can add whatever custom content you would like. So I'll show you how to configure different custom content here in the sidebar. We see in this particular example, I have a search for products widget at the top, so anyone can easily search for products directly from this search box right here. Then I have the top rated products are featured here in the sidebar, and then I have my on sale now t-shirt, and then at the bottom I have a few social network icons so anyone who comes to the home page can easily connect with me on the social web, either via Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or some other social network, and I'll show you how to set that up in this video also. So coming up to the top, let's take a look at one of the product pages. So I'm just going to scroll down here and click on this one, the Faith, Love, Hope sweatshirt, to go to that product page, and when I click on that, we'll see here we have the product page for this Faith, Hope, Love sweatshirt. So at the top we have the title of the product, then we have the price range, a short description, and then as you see here there's the default is small. So note this price right here. This is from $60, so it means it's starting at $60. In this video I'll show you how to create different prices for the same product. There may be, for whatever reason, you may want to offer different upgrades or different types or variations of your product with different prices or different attributes, and I'll show you how to set that up. So for example, here we see the size small of the sweatshirt is $60, but when I click on, for example, the extra large, the price goes up to $65. So that is a price variation that we can apply to the same product on the same product page. Now, one other thing I want to point out here is this product gallery. I'll show you in the video how to set up a nice product gallery so that when you click on the thumbnail, for example, it opens up to into a lightbox display so you can see a larger version of the product, and then when you click on the arrows here you'll slowly be able to see each of the different angles or additional images associated with the product. So this is just a really great feature of this particular theme, is the ability to add a product gallery to your product page. So I'll show you in this video how to configure and how to set this up. Okay, scrolling down the page, we see the next section here in the middle is you'll have your longer description, and then when we click on additional information, you'll see that there's the different sizes that are available for this particular product, so additional information related to the product will show up here. And finally, there's a review tab where anyone can submit a review related to the product. Just below that, we'll have a variety of different related products that you can add, and in addition to related products, I'll show you how you can set up cross-sells or upsells for this particular product. So now just scrolling up to the top, let's take a look at some of the internal product pages of the site, because once you have the main e-commerce features set up, most likely you'll also want to have some additional internal pages. So let's take a look at the About page. I'm going to click on About right here. And here we see there's an About page, so you can create an About page about your business, your company, your store. And I'll show you how to add both the text and image. And then here we see there's a call to action button, so I'll show you how to set that up also. So I'm going to click on Contact Me to go to the contact page. And here we see there's a really simple form for anyone to contact you directly through your website. So I will also show you how to create a contact form for your e-commerce website. So let's take a look at the checkout process when someone actually places an order. So I'm going to go back to the home page, and then I'm going to scroll down here to the bottom, and actually no, I'm just going to click on this product here, the Peace t-shirt for men. Click on that. Here we see it's $40, so I'm just going to click on Add to Cart to add this product to the shopping cart. Okay, so the Peace shirt was successfully added to your cart. I can either click on this button here to view the cart, or I can go directly to the checkout. So I want to first check out the View Cart option, so I'm going to click on View Cart. Also note that in the sidebar here you see that you have one item in the shopping cart now for $40. So here is the cart, and you see there's going to be a thumbnail image of the product, the title, the price, the number of quantity that someone is ordering, and the subtotal right here. So we can also apply a coupon to this. So I'll show you in this video how to create a coupon for your products as well. So for example, we see the subtotal right now is $40 for the shirt. It's $5 for the flat rate. It actually looks like I already did apply the discount, so let me just remove that temporarily. Got ahead of myself there. So okay, so now there's no coupon associated with this particular product. So we just see the shirt, we see it's $40, we see the subtotal is $40. Their flat rate shipping is $5, and I'll show you in this video how to set up different types of shipping. So I will be using flat rate shipping, but I'll show you how to set up free shipping, or where you can set up the other kinds of shipping, international shipping, local pickup or delivery shipping. It's really up to you, and I'll let you know, I'll show you in this video where you can change your shipping method, your shipping options. So okay, we see that the order total now with the shirt and the shipping is $45, and as I mentioned, I'll show you how to add a coupon to the products if you'd like in this video. So I had already created a coupon here, so I'm just going to add that in. The coupon code is Summer Fun, and I'm just going to click on this button here to apply the coupon. And now we see, okay, the coupon code was successfully applied. And when I scroll down, now the order, which was $45, is now with this order discount of $5, it's now $40. So that is really a great feature, again, of this particular design from Woo Themes. You can easily add coupons to your products. So let's take a look at proceeding to checkout. I'm going to click on Proceed to Checkout right here to go to the checkout page. And here you see you will have your billing address, your shipping address, any notes that someone wants to add about the delivery. And then when we scroll down, you'll have your order right here. And I'll show you in this video how to set this up with PayPal. Now there's other payment methods that you can use, and I will point out where you can configure those within this particular theme. But for the sake of this video, since it's a lot easier, I will just be using PayPal. So for example, with PayPal, you can either have a customer can either use their PayPal account, or they can simply use their credit card, and they do not have to have a PayPal account. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So for example, when I click on Place Order, by clicking on this button right here, Place Order, here we see now we are on the PayPal order summary is located here on the left-hand side. The item total is $40, and as it notes here, you can either log into your PayPal account if you have a PayPal account, or if you don't have a PayPal account, you can pay as a guest with simply your credit card or some other form of payment, and you can sign up for PayPal later, or you don't have to sign up for PayPal at all. So that gives your customers two different ways, either via PayPal or not via PayPal, to purchase your products. So going back, one last thing on the website that I do need to point out is the blog. Having a blog is a great way to add fresh content to your website, and search engines love fresh content, so keeping your blog updated is always a good idea. So I'll show you in this video how to set up your blog. Here we see this is the blog index page. All of your blog posts will show up with a short excerpt, and then you can click on continue reading to go directly to the blog post, and you'll have a thumbnail and the title right here. So I'm going to click on the title, New Piece T-shirts have arrived, to go to this blog post. And here we'll see, here's the blog post title. There's going to be some information including the blog publish date, the author, and perhaps a category that the post was grouped in. Then I'll show you how to create an image gallery. This is different from the product gallery. So this is just an image gallery. You can include any kind of images here within the image gallery. And when I click on one of these, just as an example, we can see it also opens up into a lightbox display, which is really cool. I love this lightbox display. And you can see larger versions of the images in your blog post. Now this particular lightbox display is really neat too, because anyone who sees it can also add a comment here, right here, and there's some metadata related to the image. So I'll show you in the video how to create image galleries within your blog post. Finally, scrolling down, we see that there are some sharing features here. So I'll show you how to add social sharing features, so anyone who sees your blog post and likes your blog post can easily share it across the social web, either by Facebook, Google+, Twitter, LinkedIn, or some other social network. So this is where we are headed. When you're done with this video, your website, your e-commerce website, will look something like this. Now, the good news about this particular theme and about WordPress in general is that you don't need to have any kind of programming experience or coding. I'm literally going to walk you step by step from scratch how to build this e-commerce website. So let's get started. So before we get started, how much is this website going to cost? Well, we need several things. Number one, we need a domain name, and we also need web hosting. In this video, I'll be using HostGator.com for web hosting, and at HostGator, you can get both the web hosting as well as the domain name. I'll also be using a coupon to get an extra discount off of my order at HostGator, and that coupon is WP Coupon 25. So if you decide to go with HostGator, be sure to use WP Coupon 25 as well to get an extra discount off of your order also. I just want to mention as well, I do receive a small referral from HostGator, so thank you in advance for your support of helping me continue to make these free WordPress training videos. After you have the domain name and the web hosting, the next thing we'll need is a theme. So I'll be using a free theme by Woo Themes in this video called Wootique, and I'll show you where to get that and how to set that up. And finally, we need some time to build the website. So I'm guessing it will probably take just under 2 hours to go through the video, so you may want to allot that amount of time to complete the video so that you can get your website up and running. So what are the steps to build the website? Well, the first step is to get a domain and web hosting. Step number 2 is we want to install WordPress, and finally we want to build out the website. So let's head on over to HostGator.com to take care of step number 1, which is getting the domain and the web hosting. So here we are on HostGator.com. To view the web hosting plans, go ahead and click on the button in the middle that says View Web Hosting Plans. And here we'll see that there's 3 different plans to choose from. We have the hatchling plan, the baby plan, and the business plan. If you are a small business owner, or if you're just getting your website up and running for the first time, most likely the hatchling plan or the baby plan would be a good fit for you. The difference between these two is that the hatchling plan gives you a way to host one website domain, whereas the baby plan gives you a way to host as many website domains as you would like. So there's definitely more of a value in the baby plan, since you can host as many websites as you would like under one account. But if you are just getting started, as mentioned, most likely you only have one domain at the moment, then you can go ahead and click on the hatchling plan to sign up for that. So I'm going to click on the baby plan because I want to order that one. And next we'll see that the next step is we need to choose a domain. If you already have a domain, you can just enter that here in this field and click on Continue to Step 2. And if you need to get a domain name for your website, then you can enter the domain name you would like here, and you can click on Continue to Step 2. Now just note that down below here it says enter a coupon code, and by default you'll automatically get a coupon from HostGator. But if you want to add even more of a reduced rate on top of that, you can use this coupon, which will give you an extra amount off of your order. So I'm going to put WP coupon 25. That's a special coupon that you can add to get more off the total when you go to check out for your order. So I'm going to leave it at WP coupon 25 to get a little bit more off my order, and I'm just going to put in a random domain name for the moment just to show you for the demo purpose what the next page looks like. So I'm going to click on Continue to Step 2, which brings us to Step 2, the billing information page. Now on this page we see the first thing at the top is the package type. I had signed up for the baby plan, so we see that right here. And then we see the current billing cycle that I'm signing up for. Now I do not want to sign up for 36 months of web hosting all at once. I want to keep my expenses much lower than that, and I prefer to pay month by month. So I'm going to click on this here, and I'm just going to choose the billing cycle of 1 month at a time. That way I'll be paying 1 month as I go for my web hosting. The next thing that you want to do is you want to choose a username and a security PIN. Then you can fill in your different billing information right here. Then when we come down here, we'll note that there are the hosting add-ons. By default, HostGator has you signed up for domain privacy as well as the site lock. So you can choose whether you want to include these add-ons or not. I'm going to uncheck the site lock because I have some other ways that I intend on protecting my website when I start building it, so I don't want to sign up for the site lock. And the privacy protection, this is really optional as well, so it's optional if you want to use it. I do recommend signing up for privacy, however, and this is why. When you create a web hosting account on any kind of web hosting company, by default, if you do not have privacy, account details including your address, your email address, and your phone number may show up in the web host database for anyone on the internet to be able to access. So I prefer keeping my address and my phone number and my email address private. So whenever I buy a new web domain, I always sign up for privacy protection. If you don't want privacy protection though, you can save some money by unchecking this. I'm going to leave it on for the moment though. Then you can just come down here and you see here is the details. Here are the details of your order. We note that with this coupon, WP coupon 25, we're getting almost $10 off. So essentially the first month of web hosting is free with this coupon. And we can see that here is our domain name and our hosting add-on of $9.95. So in total, we're looking at under $25 to get started. If you want to save some more money, as mentioned, you can uncheck the privacy protection and you'll note that now the total is under $15. But once again, I like getting privacy, so I'm going to leave that on. And the last thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you click on this little box here that says I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions of use. So once you have your hosting order all ready to go, and when this looks good to you, you can go ahead and click on Create Account to create your new web hosting account. So once you click on Create Your Account, you'll get this page which will thank you for your order and will tell you to go check your email for information related to logging into your web hosting account. So I'm going to go check out my email. And here we see on my email account, here's the email from HostGator with my account info. So I'm going to click this email to open it, and I want to point out two things. Number one, the first link that they'll share with you in the email is the billing system link. So if you want to check out any info related to your billing, you can go ahead and click on this link and use the password that they give you. And then right below that, you'll see that there's a link for your control panel with your username and a temporary password. So I'm going to copy this password here, the temporary password, and to log into your control panel, you'll use this link. So this is a really good email to keep in a safe place for future reference because you will be needing this information as well as the link to the control panel to log into your HostGator web hosting account. So I'm going to click on this link here, and then here is my username. You want to type in your username here that was found in the email, and then you want to add your password right here as well. Once you have that set up, you want to click on Login to log into the control panel of your web hosting account. So here we are on the HostGator control panel. The next step that we want to do is step number 2. We want to install WordPress. And thankfully with HostGator, there's a really easy way to install WordPress using their simple wizard script. So I am going to scroll down to where that is located. You want to scroll down to where it says Software and Services, and you want to find this icon that says Quick Install. So this is what we're going to use to install WordPress really easily in HostGator. We're going to use this Quick Install link, so I'm going to click on that. And once I click on that, you'll note that there's all these different kinds of software listed here on the left-hand sidebar. So right at the top, you'll note that it says blog software, and there's a link here for WordPress. This is what we want to install, so I'm going to click on that. And then you'll note that there's a button here that says continue. Also note that we are installing version 3.5.1 of WordPress, which is the most current version available at the time of this recording. So we are installing WordPress 3.5.1, and then I'm going to click on continue to continue the process. And here you want to choose the domain name that you want to install WordPress on. I'm going to install it on this domain name here. The next thing that you want to do is you want to create an admin email, a blog title, an admin username, and you can also, if you'd like, add a first name or last name. I'm just going to add an admin email here, so put in my email. Also, you want to give it a title, so I'll just call it the name of the domain. Now the admin user, this is an important one to keep in mind. The default for WordPress websites is admin. The admin user default is admin, and that's not really the safest username to use, so you want to create a username that is anything other than admin. So I'll just use my name for the moment. And you can add a first name, last name if you'd like. I'm not going to do that, and I'm just going to click on here and click on Install Now. Okay, congratulations, your installation is ready. So you can access the installation of your new website by clicking on this link here. And also note that here is the admin area login URL that you'll use in the future to access the login panel. To access your website in the future, you want to make a note of this link here. It's usually your domain name followed by wp-admin. So that's an important link to remember as well, so that going forward you can easily log into your WordPress website. Also make a note of your username and password. This is what you will also need, of course, to log into your website when you click on this link. So I'm just going to highlight this temporary password here and copy it. And then I'm going to click on this link here to log into my new WordPress website. So here we are on the login screen of our WordPress website. To log in, you want to enter your username in the username field and your password in the password field. And then you want to click on this button that says Remember Me, so that the next time you come to WordPress, your username and password will be remembered. In the event that you forget your password in the future, or perhaps even now, you want to click on this link here that says Lost Your Password, and WordPress will send you a password reset to the email that you used when you were creating your WordPress website. So for the moment, here I have my username and password. I'm going to go ahead and click on the login button to log in to the WordPress website. So here we are on the WordPress dashboard. This is the first thing you'll see when you log into your WordPress website. And when you first install WordPress, you'll also see this message that says Welcome to WordPress. Within this message box, there's a number of links, and each of these links represent some of the first things that most people do when they install their WordPress website. For the moment, though, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss this message by clicking on Dismiss in the top right-hand corner here, so that we can just see the dashboard without that message. So here we are on the dashboard. Let's take a look at what the website looks like right out of the box when we first install WordPress. So to see the site, I'm going to go up to the top left-hand side and click on Visit Site right underneath the name of the website. So right here where it says Visit Site, I'm going to click on that. And here we see this is what the website looks like now without doing anything. So it's pretty bare bones. This is the 2012 theme that comes with your WordPress installation, and we'll be making quite a bit of changes so that it will end up looking like this at the very end. So this is what we're headed toward, but for the moment our website looks like this. So let's go back to the dashboard and start building out this theme. To do that, you want to go to the top left-hand side, hover over the website name, and the first link is Dashboard. We want to click on Dashboard. And here we are on the dashboard of our WordPress website. So this is the first thing that we'll see when you log into your WordPress website. For the moment, the first step we want to take is we want to change the theme of the website. So to do that, on the left-hand side, the first step here is you want to click on Appearance. And here we're on the Manage Theme screen. So notice that the current theme is a 2012 theme. This is the theme that comes with your WordPress installation. And what we want to do now is we actually want to install a new theme by WooThemes called Wootique. This is the e-commerce theme that we need to install to get started. So to install the new theme, we want to go to woothemes.com. So I'm going to head on over to woothemes.com, and then in the top navigation area here you want to click on Themes. Once we click on Themes, you'll see that there's tons of amazing themes provided by WooThemes here. Most of them are premium themes, but the theme we'll be using is a free theme, a free e-commerce theme called Wootique. So Wootique is a WooCommerce theme, so I'm going to click on WooCommerce and then click on Search to search for all of the WooCommerce themes. And here we go. Here is the page of all the different WooCommerce themes. Again, most of these are premium themes, but when we go to page 2 by clicking on Next, we'll see that Wootique is free, and this is the first theme here on the second page. So I'm going to click on Wootique to go to the Wootique page, and here we see there's a button that says Free Download. So I'm going to click on this button here, which brings me to the second button. So I will click on Download Now once again. And here, third time, 3 times is the charm, we're going to click on Free Download, this green button to download Wootique. Now, in order to download this free theme, you need to have an account with WooThemes. So if you don't have an account yet, go ahead and register for a free account by filling in your info right here and clicking on Register. I already have an account on WooThemes, so I'm just going to add my username and password right here, and then I'm going to log into WooThemes. Once you're on your account page, you want to click on the second tab here called Downloads. So I'm going to click on Downloads right here. And here you'll see there's a list of all of the available free downloads that you can choose from within the WooThemes theme library. So these are all free downloads, and we see here the last one here is Wootique. So I'm going to click on Wootique right here to download Wootique. So once the Wootique theme has been downloaded, the next step is I'm just going to drag it over to my desktop so it's a little bit easier to find. So I'm just going to drag it. Let's see, let me try and drag it right there, and I'm just going to drag it right to my desktop. Okay, so now we need to install this theme in WordPress. So I'm going to go back to my Manage Themes screen here on the WordPress dashboard, and right next to Manage Themes there's a tab that says Install Themes. So I'm going to click on Install Themes, and here we'll see the first link is Search. So we're on the search field here. However, what we need to do is we need to upload this theme to our website. So right here there's a link that says Upload. I'm going to click on the Upload link. And then here you see it says Install a theme in .zip format. So I'm going to click on Choose File to choose my file. And here we see the files on my desktop. So the one that I want to upload is this zip file that says Wootique, and then I'm going to click on Open to open this file. Once the file has been chosen, then I need to click on Install Now to install the theme. So I'm going to click on Install Now. Okay, the theme was installed successfully. The next step is we can either live preview it, activate it, or return to the themes page. I'm going to activate this theme by clicking on Activate. So once we activate the Wootique theme, we'll arrive on the Wootique theme options screen where you'll see at the top you have several different messages. The first one will say, enhance your theme with WooDojo. WooDojo is a powerful Woo Themes feature suite for enhancing your website, and you can learn more by clicking on the Get WooDojo button right here. So we're actually going to get this, so I'll do that in just a moment. The next message here says enable Press Trends. Press Trends is a simple usage tracker that allows Woo Themes to see how our customers are using Woo Themes. If you'd like to enable that, you can do so by clicking on this. I'm not going to enable that, I'm just going to close that for the moment, just to save some time here. So I'm going to say okay to close that. Next, we see the next message says Woo SEO and Sidebar Manager have been removed from version 5.5 of the Woo framework. So for SEO needs, we encourage you to use the WordPress SEO plugin by Yoast. So we will use this in just a few moments down the line. In this video, I'll show you how to set this plugin up. So we'll do that a little bit later. And then you'll see that here you have all of the different options for this particular theme. So first, let's go ahead and get WooDojo. So I'm going to click on this button at the top that says Get WooDojo. And here we are back on the woothemes.com page where here we are on WooDojo. So you can watch the video or read more about WooDojo here. I'm just going to download WooDojo for free by clicking on this download link. Once WooDojo is downloaded, then like we did with the theme, I'm going to drag it to my desktop so that it is easy to find. So I'm just going to drag it there and drop it on my desktop. And then I'm going to go back to my WordPress theme right here, and what we need to do is we need to install this plugin. This is WooDojo as a plugin, so I'm going to click on plugins right here. And here we see our plugin screen. So we can add a new plugin two ways. We can either click on Add New right here at the top, or we can click on Add New underneath where it says Plugins in the left-hand sidebar. So I'm just going to click on Add New at the top here. And then I'm going to not do a search for the plugin because I know where it's located. Instead, like we did with the theme, I'm just going to upload the zip file of the plugin by clicking on Upload. So I'm going to click on the upload link right here. And then I'm going to choose the plugin .zip file by clicking on Choose File. And here's the WooDojo plugin with the zip file right here. So I'm just going to select it and click on Open to open that file. And once the file has been chosen, then I'll just go ahead and click on Install Now to install this plugin. Okay, the plugin was installed successfully. The next step is to activate the plugin. So I'm going to click on Activate right here. And now we see the plugin has been activated. So we're good to go on the WooDojo plugin. Now I'm going to go back to the Wootique theme options right here by clicking on Wootique. And then we see here we are on the Woo Themes screen. So I had noted before that I was going to add this WordPress SEO plugin. So just to remove this message here, I'll take care of that right now. So I'm going to click on this to get the WordPress SEO plugin. And here we see this is the WordPress SEO by Yoast. So we can either download this, but an easier way to do that, since we see we're on the WordPress.org plugin directory here, we're on WordPress.org. An easy way to add plugins from WordPress is to go back to the dashboard, and then on the left-hand side we're going to click on Plugins once again. And here on the plugin screen, again, I'm going to click on Add New to add a new plugin. And this time, instead of clicking on the upload link, I'm just going to do a search here for WordPress SEO by Yoast. And then I'll click on this button here that says Search Plugins. So we see here it's the second one listed, WordPress SEO by Yoast. It has 4.5+ stars, so that's really good based on over 2,000 ratings. You can see the details by clicking on Details right here. And here we see on the right-hand side, we have, let's see, this plugin was last updated 9 days ago. It requires version 3.3 of WordPress or higher. It's compatible up to 3.5.1, which is the version of WordPress we're currently using, and it has been downloaded over 4 million times with a 4.5-star rating. So this is a really awesome plugin, and you can read more about it by checking out the description right here. I'm going to go ahead and install this plugin by clicking on this orange-red button here that says Install Now to install the plugin. Okay, now once this plugin has been installed, it'll say successfully installed. Then I'm going to click on Activate Plugin to activate this plugin. Okay, you've just installed WordPress SEO by Yoast. Allow tracking, do not allow tracking. I'm not going to allow tracking, so I'll just turn that off for the moment. But now we see that we do have our WooDojo plugin right here, and we have the WordPress SEO plugin as well. So let's go back to the Wootique theme options screen right here by clicking on the left-hand side. I'm going to click on Wootique. Now we have this message at the top, but we have already added the WordPress SEO plugin, so I'm just going to dismiss this message here by clicking on this box right here, this X. And then I'll click on OK. Yes, I want to close this banner. And now here we just see the Woo Themes Options page. So let me just scroll down a little bit. We're getting another little note here from SEO by Yoast, and I just want to close that. I'm not going to do a tour of the plugin right now, so I'll just close it. And then I'm just going to scroll back up to the top of the theme options screen. Now let's take a quick look at the website and see what we have so far. So to check out the website, I'm going to go to the top left-hand side, hover over the domain name, and click on Visit Site. So here we can see the bare bones version of our website. Of course, we're headed toward this version. This is another domain here where I have the finished site already built. So we're headed toward that, but for the moment, our website looks like this. So if you perhaps are not seeing a toolbar, like I'm not seeing a toolbar up here right now, it's a good idea to make sure that that's there because it makes it easier to navigate around your website when you're logged into your dashboard. So I'm going to make sure that this little toolbar here pops back up by going back. So I'm going to click the back button, and then I'm going to go to WooDojo, all of the different features included in WooDojo. So I'm going to click on WooDojo right here on the left-hand sidebar. And here we see there's a little description here that says WooDojo is a powerful toolkit of features to enhance your website. Select only the functionality that you need without any unnecessary code and enhance your website with WooDojo today. So these are tons of different features that you can add to your website that are included in the WooDojo toolkit. So the one that we want is called WooCommerce. So I'm going to scroll down here. It's at the bottom. It's a plugin, a WordPress plugin developed by Woo Themes, and this is the one that we want right here, WooCommerce. So I'm going to download and activate WooCommerce right here by clicking on this button. Okay, welcome to WooCommerce. You're almost ready to start selling, and you can click on Install WooCommerce Pages, or you can skip the setup. So I'm going to click on Install WooCommerce Pages right here by clicking on this button. Okay, thanks, all done. So now we have the pages installed and we have WooCommerce installed as well. And now you see on the left-hand sidebar, there's another item here called WooCommerce. So now let's take a look at the website. So I'm going to go back to the top left-hand side right here in the top, hover over the domain name, and I'm going to click on Visit Site to visit the site. And here we see, okay, now we're looking a lot better. We have all of our different sample pages and items here in the menu. We have this filled out a little bit more. And now we can see this toolbar up here at the top, which will make it easy when we're logged into the website to navigate around the website. So this is looking a lot better than it was just a moment ago. So let's continue building out this website. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to go back to the dashboard. So I'm going to go up to the top left-hand side and I'm going to click on Dashboard. And then we want to go to the Wootique theme options screen. So on the left-hand side, there's an item here that says Wootique. So I'm going to click on this. And here we are on the theme options screen of our Wootique WordPress theme. So here on the left-hand side, there's lots of different options that we can configure to set up the theme. The first one is the General Settings tab, and we see here that we can add a custom logo to the header of the site, or we can use a text title right here. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Looking at the domain that where I've already built the site, we see the logo and the title will show up right here in the top left-hand side right here. So let's set that up. To do that, here we are once again on the theme options screen. If you'd like to add a logo, just go ahead and click on the upload button here to upload your logo. I'm not going to use a logo. I'm instead going to just use a text title. So I'm going to keep this checkbox checked, and you can see here that you can set up the title and the tagline in the general settings page. So when I click on general settings, for example, and here we are on the general settings screen. Now you can see at the top here is the site title, and this is the title that I want to be displayed in the header right here, just my domain name. And also notice right below that there's a tagline. So by default, WordPress comes installed with the tagline that says just another WordPress website. So I don't really want that. I'm just going to delete that right now. You can add a tagline or not. I'm going to leave it blank for the moment, and then I'm just going to scroll down here and I'm going to click on Save Changes to save the changes. Also, just a side note that when you do come to this screen, sometimes if you don't want to change anything, it's still a good idea anyway, even if you've made no changes, to come to the bottom and click on Save Changes, just so that the theme will override the Wootique in the header. So we had just noted in the previous view of the website that it said Wootique in the top header area. So it's a good idea to save your changes here, again, even if you've made no changes, just to make sure that this new site title shows up in the header. So once you have that, all the settings saved, you want to go back to the Wootique theme by clicking on Wootique here on the left-hand sidebar. And here we are on the Woo Themes Theme Options General Settings screen. Now, we haven't made any changes yet to this, but again, just to make sure that this configuration has been set, I'm going to come up here to click on Save All Changes. Again, the reason that I'm doing that is because sometimes when you don't click on these Save Changes button, even if you haven't made any changes, sometimes the Wootique will continue to show in the header section. So I want my domain name, my text title to show up, so that's why I clicked on Save Changes right here. Now let's take a look at the header on the home page. To do that, I'm going to go up to the top left-hand side and click on Visit Site to visit the site. Okay, and here we see now I have my new text title showing up in the header. That's exactly what I'd like. So the next step is let's add some featured products right here to fill out this slider. To do that, I'm going to go back up to the top left-hand side and click on Dashboard. And here on the dashboard, once again, you want to click on Wootique on the left-hand sidebar. So I'm going to click on Wootique right here. And here we are on the theme option screen again of Wootique. So before we start adding some products, I just want to go over the additional different settings that you can add in the general settings screen right here. So we've already gone over the logo and the text title. The next one that you can configure if you'd like is the custom favicon. This is a small graphic that shows up next to your domain name in the browser window. So if you'd like to add a favicon, the small little graphic, you can do so by uploading a 16 pixel by 16 pixel ICO image, and you can click on this link to learn more about that. That will represent your website's favicon. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to leave it as is. Next, we have some tracking code. Now, if you're using Google Analytics, and I do recommend you use Google Analytics, you can add the embed code from Google Analytics right here. I have another video where I go over Google Analytics and how to add Google Analytics to your site, so be sure to check out that video to learn how to add Google Analytics and the tracking code to your site. But here is a great little section where you can just drop it in if you have already set up your Google Analytics. Next, if you want to add an RSS URL, you can do so right here. FeedBurner is a really popular RSS feed. I'm not going to add that either. Here, the next one is email subscription URL. You have a contact form email section. You can add any custom CSS, and then you have some additional options down below here. So I'm not going to change any of these. Usually the defaults are set exactly how I would like them to be set, so I'm going to leave everything like that. The one thing I think I will actually add though is this contact form email. As it notes here, enter your email address to use on the contact form page template. Add the contact form by adding a new page and selecting contact form as the page template. So I'll show you in this video how to set up your contact form, but for the moment here I will add my contact form email since we're already on that page. So I'll just add that there, and then you want to scroll to the top and click on Save All Changes to save the changes. Once the options have been updated, let's go head on over to the next tab here in the list on the theme option screen, which says Home Page Settings. So here we are on the home settings screen of your Wootique theme. So as it notes at the top, by default Woo themes will have the home page content checked off here. This is a default here where it says display your latest post on the home page above the slider. So let's take a quick look at what that looks like right now. To do that, I'm going to go up to the site title here in the top left-hand toolbar and click on Visit Site to visit the site. And here we see just under the menu, here is the homepage content that is referring to. So we see that we have our blog post showing up right here because the default home settings of this theme have it checked to display this blog post. So this is an e-commerce theme, and I would prefer to have all of the focus be directly on the products. I don't really want anyone to come to the site and then see a blog post right at the top. So I'm going to turn this particular section off so that we only see the featured products and the recent products. So let's go ahead and turn off this blog post by going back to the Woo Themes options for the home page. So I'm going to click on Dashboard here. And then once again, I'll click on Wootique. We're getting the hang of this. And then I'll click on Homepage Settings. And here where it says Homepage Content, I'm going to actually uncheck this box so that I'm not displaying my latest post. So once we have unchecked that, I'll just click on Save All Changes to save the changes. And the options have been updated. Okay, now just under that, there's a couple more different homepage settings. The first one is the homepage featured products section. So we can feature, when I click on this, either a static grid, which is all of the different thumbnails all displayed on the homepage at once, or a slider. So I would prefer to have a slider. So I'm just going to keep the default as slider, and here you can indicate right below in the featured entries section how many images you want to be displayed within the slider. So 8 is a good number. That will display 4 items on each screen, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. So I'm going to leave this as is. We've turned off the blog post showing up on the home page, and we've kept the slider for the featured products. So I'll just click on Save Changes. We don't really need to. We haven't made any changes, but I like continuing to click on Save All Changes whenever I come to a screen, just so that I know that the settings are set the way I want them, just like a double check. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's add some featured products so we can see them showing up on the home page. So to add a new product to your e-commerce website, you want to go to the left-hand sidebar and you want to click on this link here that says Products. Here we are on the product screen, and you can see that I don't have any products added yet, so we need to add some new products. To do that, there's actually 3 ways. You can, number 1, you can click on Add Product here at the top, or you can click on Add Product on the left-hand sidebar underneath where it says Products, or in the top toolbar here where it says plus new. If you hover over plus new, you'll notice that it will say product, and you can also click on this link as well. So WordPress gives you several different ways to navigate around the website to do the same thing. So to add the product now, I'm just going to click on this link here at the top that says add product to add a new product. And here we are on the add new product page. So the first thing is we need to give our product a name. So I'm going to be adding a Brazil t-shirt here. So I'm just going to call this Brazil. And then here we have a description field. You can add information about the product here. So I've copied already some content, so I'll just paste that right in here. This is going to be a women's scoop neck t-shirt because again, I'm building an e-commerce website for a t-shirt hypothetical company. So once you have your product name in the title field here, and then you also have your description in the box here, and also notice that there's two different views. Either the text view or the visual view. So the visual view is the what you see is what you get view. This has all the different formatting icons here. This is really similar to writing up an email or using Microsoft Word or some kind of word processing system. You can just like highlight whatever you want without knowing any code. You can just highlight something and then you can use these icons to format it like that. So the other thing is that this text tab here, this is the behind the scenes code that WordPress is generating without you having to know any code. But if you want to learn some code, it's always a helpful way to toggle between these two different views. For the visual view to see the actual what you see is what you get view of the content, and then you can click on text to see how WordPress is producing the code associated with the formatting. So we see here by clicking on the text view, now WordPress has added this strong code here for the bold. It's a bold HTML code, the opening tag, and then here we have the closing tag as well. So the good news is that you don't need to know any code with WordPress. You can simply stay in the visual mode here, visual view, and WordPress will generate all of the code for you. Another thing to note about the visual view is that right now you notice that we only have one row of formatting icons. If you click on this link right here, I'm going to click on this button, and notice that when you hover on top of it you get a yellow tooltip which will tell you exactly what the icon does, and that's true for all of the different icons here in this row. So when I hover over this particular one, you'll notice it gives me a tooltip for an unordered list. This one is a tooltip for an italic kind of formatting. So the good news is that you don't have to remember or memorize any of these different icons. If you just hover on top of them, you'll get a tooltip provided by WordPress that tells you exactly what it does. So the one I do want to point out right here is this one, show or hide the kitchen sink. And when I click on it, you'll notice you get a whole second row of icons, which is pretty cool. So you have all these extra formatting options you can select to format your text. So here we have the text here. We're going to continue adding the new product and filling out the product page. So the next step is I want to scroll down here and I want to find the section that says product data. So right here where it says product data, we're going to be adding a simple product this time, so I'll just keep it at simple product. When I click on this though, you'll notice that you have several different options that you can choose from. You can group the products, you can create external affiliate products or a variable product. I'll go over the variable product later in this video, but for the moment let's create a simple product. So the first tab here is the general tab. If you want to use a SKU, you can do so right here. And also notice that when you hover over these question marks, the boutique theme gives you also some more tips about what this particular field is about. So for example, when I hover over this question mark here in the SKU field, it says SKU refers to the stock keeping unit, a unique identifier for each distinct product and service that can be purchased. So that's pretty cool that you can you have a little tip here telling you what each of these things will do. So right now, I just want to add a regular price for this. So I'm just going to add a price of, say, $40. You can also create sales on your products. So if I want to create a sale on this product, I can just do so by, I'll say this one, and I'm going to make it on sale for $30. The regular price is $40, the sale price is $30. And then you can schedule it by clicking on this link right here that says schedule. Then you can see the sale price dates if you want to just specify a limited period of time for the sale of the product, and then you would just set the dates right here. So to set the dates, I'm going to click on the calendar right here. It's the 25th of April. So let's say that I want this sale to go into effect from today, so I'll click on today, through the end of the weekend. So then I click on the to field right here, the little calendar, and then I'll add it through Sunday. So I'm going to click on the 28th right here. So now you'll see that the regular price is $40, but there's a sale of $30 on this particular product between the dates of today, April 25th, and the end of the weekend, April 28th. So once you have your prices all lined up, the next step here is you can just kind of go down this row here. The next step is inventory. So let me click on that. Here you have some more stock management features that you can add. For example, once again, when I hover over the question mark, you'll notice that the tip comes up. This is really helpful. The stock status controls whether or not the product is listed as in stock or out of stock on the front end. So if you want anyone to see if it's in stock or not, you can add, whichever stock status you want right here. So I'm going to say this is in stock. Now when I click on it, once again you'll notice that the out of stock option pops up as well. So I'll leave this in stock. Allow back orders. I'm not going to allow any back orders. I'll just keep it at the default, which is do not allow. But once again, here's the little tip for you. If you hover over the question mark, it says, if managing stock, this controls whether or not the back orders are allowed for this product and variations. If enabled, the stock quantity can go below 0. So once again, I'm going to leave it as the default here. Just the defaults usually work pretty well for me, so I'm just going to leave them. But the good news is that you do have several different options if you want to be more detailed about your stock management. Okay, the next one here is shipping, so I'm going to click on shipping. And here you can specify shipping weight, dimensions, and shipping class. Now I'm not going to touch this now. I'm going to talk in more detail about shipping class a little bit later in this video, and we will be coming back to shipping. So I'm going to hold off for the moment and just leave it as is and click on linked products to check out linked products. So this is the first item we're adding. However, once we have several products in our product catalog on the site, then you can choose whether or not you want to cross-sell products or upsell products. And once again, here's some great little tips that tell you what upsells are and what cross-sells are. And when you click in here, you can select whichever item you want. So I'm not going to do that right now because we're just getting started and I don't have any other products to upsell or cross-sell to, but this is an area where you can come back to later once you have your products added to your website. Now the one that I do want to add though is attributes. So I'm going to click on attributes. And here we see on the attributes panel that we can add a new attribute. So I'm going to click on add to add a new attribute. And for this one, I'm going to call it the color. I'll make this an attribute of color. And the t-shirt I'm adding is a teal t-shirt. It only comes in one color, so I'm just going to put the color is teal, and I will click on this button here to make it visible on the product page. Now note that this is a simple product, so with simple products you cannot add variations. I'll do that in the next example with the next product, but for the moment I'm just going to add one color. This comes in teal. I'm also going to add one more attribute here by clicking on add, and I'll make it a size. So this particular one will only come in the size of small. So it'll be pretty simple. It's just a really simple product with one color and one size. And then I'm going to click on Save Attributes to save the attributes. Once the attributes have been saved, now I'm just going to scroll up and it looks like we're almost there. Let's see, we have our product category, we have our tags. The other thing we need to do is we need to add a featured image of a thumbnail to be displayed for this product. So I'm going to click on Set Featured Image. Next, I am going to click on Upload Files because we're going to upload the file from my computer, and I'm going to click on Select Files to select the file. So this is the t-shirt right here, the Brazil t-shirt in teal. So I just highlight it and click on Open to open the file. And here we have the thumbnail showing up on the right-hand side. So I'm going to give this a title for the image. I'll just call it the Brazil Women's Scoop Neck T-shirt, and it's always a good idea to add an alternate text as well, so I'll just paste that in there also. And then at the bottom I'm going to click on Set Featured Image to set the featured image. Okay, now it looks like we're ready to go. So I'm going to click on Update or Publish to update and publish this. Okay, the product has been updated. Now to view the product, I'm going to click on View Product right here, this link. And now we can see the product. So we see that it is on sale. There's a little note here that shows it's on sale. We have the title, the description, and the price. It was originally $40. It's on sale for $30. And actually, this is pounds. So the next thing we'll do is we'll change the pounds to dollars. But here we see we can just order it and add it to the cart. And when you click on additional information, this tab here, now we see it's a simple product. It comes in one color and one size. So the next thing is, let's change the currency option here from pounds to dollars. So to do that, I'm going to go up to the dashboard by hovering over the site title in the toolbar and clicking on dashboard. And then I'm going to this time I'm going to click on WooCommerce to go to the WooCommerce settings. And then I'm going to click on settings right here. So right underneath WooCommerce, there's another link that says settings. I'm going to click on settings. And here we see there's a number of different tabs and different options. All of these have tons of different options that you can configure. So we see on the general tab here that the base location is the UK. So I'm in the US, so I'm going to click on this and change that from the United Kingdom to the US. I'm in California, so I will click on California. And then for the currency, I'm going to make this in US dollars. So I'm going to click on US dollars right there. Allowed countries, all countries, that sounds good. And then I'm just going to come to the bottom here and I'm going to click on Save Changes to save the changes. Okay, the settings have been saved. Now let's go ahead and take a look at that particular product. So I'm going to go up to the site title and I'm going to click on Visit Site to visit my site and see what the product looks like. Okay, so we see that it's showing up here in the recent products section. It's not yet in the featured products section. We'll do that in one of the next steps. And now when I click on this, you can see that it is on sale from $40 to $30, so the pounds have been changed to dollars. So once again, just clicking on it to go to the product page, we see again here it is now in dollars, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so the next step is let's add a few more products. In the next product, we are going to add not a simple product, but a variable product because I want to add a t-shirt that has more than one color and many sizes. So let's add a product with variations in the next step. So to do that, I'm going to add a new product by going to the top toolbar, hovering over plus new and clicking on product. Then, as we did before, I'm going to give this new product a product name. This is going to be a t-shirt that says Just Surf, so I'll just call it Just Surf, and it's going to be a women's slim fit t-shirt, so I'll just add that in. Okay, so we have the title here, Women's Slim Fit T-shirt, Just Surf, and then as we did before, I'm going to add some text right here, so I'll just paste in some info that I just copied. And as we did before as well, I want to bold the title and the type of shirt it is, so I'll just highlight it and click on the B here to bold this info. So now we have the title and the description. The next step is we want to scroll down and let's see, we want to give this a product category on the right hand side. So here we already have women's noted, so I'll just click on this box to select it as to put it in the women's category. And then for tags, I think I'll just call it surf since it's a surf shirt, and I'll click on add. So once we have our product title, our description, our category selected, and some of our tags added, then I want to scroll down, and here in the product data section, once again, this time instead of having a simple product, I actually want to create a variable product. So I just click in this box here, and you can see there's a number of different product types you can choose, and this time I'm going to choose the variable product by clicking on variable product. So here we are in the General tab, and then we just have this SKU here. Now we can click on Inventory, and once again you can select any of this. I'm going to leave it all as the default version, so I'm not going to touch Inventory, but these are some options that you can select if you'd like to do so. For shipping, I'm going to click on Shipping. And once again, we can also specify shipping right here. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll just leave it as no shipping class. We'll come back to shipping in just a few moments after we put it together some products. So I'm going to leave shipping as it is. Next, we have linked products. So I'm going to click on linked products. Once again, you can upsell or cross-sell across different products. I'll leave that as they are. The main one that I want to call attention to are the attributes though. As noted, we just created a variable product by selecting that here as the product type. So step 2 for creating a variable product is to create some attributes. So I'm going to click on this field here to start adding some attributes. So we want to add different sizes and different colors for this particular t-shirt. So I clicked on attributes, and now I'm going to click on this button here that says add to add some new attributes. So once I click on add, now you'll see that there's a name. So as we did before, I'm going to give this different colors, so by putting in color. And then notice here in the values field it says enter some text or some attributes by pipe separating values. So I want to add some different colors here. So the first one is going to be navy. And the pipe they're referring to in that description in terms of what to do here is a line that looks like an L and an I. And it's located right above your return button on your keyboard. So it's not a very commonly used symbol, but it looks like an L or an I, and if you hold down your shift key and then you click on the button above your return or enter key on the right side of your keyboard, you'll find it. It's a line that looks like an L or an I. So that is called a pipe symbol, and I'm just going to add that there to separate the different attribute values that I want to include. So I have navy. This is also going to be offered in black as well as in white. And I think that's, let's see, we'll put one more color. We'll add this in yellow as well. Okay, so we have 4 different colors here. Actually, just to keep it simple, I'll just add it with 3 colors. Okay, so we have 3 different values here. Now you see that here there is a button here to make this particular attribute visible on the product page. So I do want to do that, so I'm going to check this box. And also notice, now that we have this selected as a variable product, we have a new box here that we can check called Used for Variations. So this is an important box to check when you are setting up variations on a product. So I'm going to click on this box to add the different variations, and now we have this part of the attributes set up. So in addition to colors, I also want to add some different sizes. So to do that, I'm going to click on add to add some more attributes for this particular product. Then, just as we did with colors, I'm going to give this particular attribute a name. I'm going to call it the size. And then once again, we need to enter some text and we need to separate the different values by this pipe symbol. So I'm going to create different sizes, like for example, small, and then I'll add the pipe symbol and I'll make it medium as another value, large, and let's see, we'll make it extra large. Okay, now once again we want to click on these 2 check boxes. 1 to make it visible on the product page, and 2 we want to make this available for our variations. So we want to click on Used for Variations, and then at the bottom here you want to click on Save Attributes to save the attributes. Once the attributes have been saved, the next step and final step for setting up the variable product is you need to click on this link here that says Variations. So I'm going to click on Variations, and now you'll see that there's a button here that says Add Variation. So I'm going to click on Add Variation right here, and now we'll have this drop-down list of additional variations that we can add. So we need to do this for each of the different colors and each of the different sizes. So for example, I'm going to click on any color and select navy, and I'm going to specify what sizes navy is available in. So I'm going to make it available in small. I'm going to give this a price of $40. I'm not going to add a sale this time. I'm just going to make it one regular price. And then I'm just going to scroll down and I'm just going to continue adding the different variations right here once again. So I'm going to add navy here, add it in medium and give it a price again of $40. Then I'll click on this button once again to add a variation. And I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to select navy once again, click on large this time and give it also a price, a regular price of $40. Then I will also once again click on add variation. And you can see what we're doing here step by step. I'm just adding all the different variations that this one color comes in. So it's going to also come in extra large. And then I will also give it a price again of $40, add my variation, and so forth. So I'm just going down the list here. I'm adding all of the different colors and sizes that this particular product comes in. So I'll make that 40. So for this one, I'm not going, just to save time, I'm not going to add every single size for black, but I will just give it one size. So black for this instance will come in small, and let's see, I'll also add a variation. I'll also make it available in medium. So let's see, I'm going to click on black, give it a size of medium, and I'm not going to add the other sizes just to save some time here, but you can see if I wanted to, I would just add large and extra large as well. So we have one more color, so I'm going to click on add variation, and this time I'll add the white color, so I'll make it white. Any size, I'll make this also small, add a variation. Also, once again, white, any size, I'll make it in a medium, and I will, again, just in the essence of time, I'm not going to add these other two, but if I wanted to add white in those two, I would go through the same process of clicking on add variation, and I would add them in white, and then I would add them in large and extra large. So I'm pretty much good on all my variations, so the variations are set and ready to go. So now just scrolling up, the last step here that we need to do, as we did before, is we need to set the featured image. So I'm going to click on this button to set the featured image, but actually before I do that, just to save everything that I've created so far on my variations, I'm going to click on Save Draft to save my changes so far. Okay, so the draft version of this particular product has been saved. Now I'm just going to continue by setting the featured image by clicking on the Set Featured Image link. And then I'm going to upload the file, so I'm going to click on Upload Files. And then I'll click on Select Files to select my file. And the one that I'm looking for is this one here called Just Surf. So I'll highlight it and click on Open. And here is the image. So as we did before, it's always a good idea to give your particular product a title and an alternate text. So I'm going to add that in here, Women's Slim Fit T-shirt. And I'll just copy that and I'll add it as an alternate text. And then you want to click on this button here to set the featured image. Once the featured image has been set, now we just need to go up to the top and click on Publish to publish this product. Okay, so once the product has been published, you can view it by clicking on the View Product link. And here we see at the top we have our thumbnail image of this particular t-shirt, this product. We have the title, Just Surf Women's Slim Fit T-shirt. I might want to remove this pipe here. I'll probably do that. We see that here we have it's $40. There's no product description though. We didn't add that. But we do see that we can choose the different colors that this comes in, whether by navy or in black. And we can see medium right here. Now it looks like we're missing the white color, so I'm not sure what happened with that. Let's take a look at that. For some reason the white color is not being displayed. So let's go back, and it looks like we have our product description in here, which is great, but we also need to add in the short description right here as well. So I'm going to click on Edit to edit this product. And then I'm just going to grab the description here by highlighting it and copying it, and I'm going to scroll down here. And then here where it says Product Short Description, this is where I'm going to paste in the information right here in the short description. Then I'm going to come back up to the product variations and attributes. I'm going to check this to see what's going on with the white color. So I clicked on attributes and now I'm going to click on color. And it looks like we do have color here listed as an attribute. So let's take a look at the variations. I'm going to click on variations. And then I'm going to scroll down and it says, let's see, I can remove this one. And it looks like we do have white in small and in medium, but for some reason those aren't being displayed. So let me click to toggle this. And let's see, oh, they're not being displayed because we did not set a price. So we need to set a price, of course. So let me add the $40 here for this particular white and small. And then I need to do the same thing for the white and medium. So I had forgotten to add the price, which is why it wasn't being displayed. But actually, I'm glad for the sake of the video it didn't display, because now you can kind of see how you troubleshoot these different issues. So, okay, so now we have the price there and we have the product excerpt. So now I can go ahead and update this product. And now let's take a look at it by clicking on View Product. And now we see we have the title, we have the price of $40, the description, the short description at least, is right here now. We have the product thumbnail image, which when I click on it, it opens up into a really nice light box display so we can see a larger version of the product with the title. So that's pretty cool. And then when we scroll down, now when I click on color options, now we see that white is visible and white can be selected. So we have our different colors and we have our different sizes. So any customer who comes can choose whichever color or size that they want. So we see once again this is only in small, and it looks like the medium is not being displayed because we need to set the price on that as well. But we saw just in the previous example how you can troubleshoot that and fix that. So when we click on navy, we see that this one is available in all the different sizes except for small, which again, the reason it's not showing up is because the price was not set. So if we go up to edit product and we set the price, then small will be displaying as well. So I just went over this example, so I'm not going to cover that again. You can review the previous step to see how to set the price, and when you set the price, then all of the different versions will pop up. Okay, so here when we scroll down, we have the product description, and when we click on additional information, here is the additional info right here. And then if you want to see the reviews, we can click on this. Now we don't have any reviews yet, but anyone who comes to this particular product page can submit a review by clicking on this link. And then now we're starting to see that there's also a new section showing up, which is related products right here. So let's continue doing a few more of these and then we'll move on to the next part, which is shipping. So I'm going to add some more products so that we can start filling out the home page. So going up to the top, let's actually just check out what the home page looks like. I'm going to click on home to go to the home page. And here we see we have our two different images popping up. So I'm going to continue adding some more products to fill out this section. And then once those products are filled out, then we'll add them to the featured slider right here. So I'm going to just do a few more of these, go up to plus new and click on product. And then as we did before, I'm going to add the product name right here. So I'm just going to add this in. Now I'm going to add a sweatshirt, and also right now I'm going to show you how to create a product gallery for a specific product. So for example, looking at our finished site right over here, we see that here is what we're going to create right now. I'm going to create an image with a number of associated images related to it as well. So let's continue here on our add new product page. So I'm going to add this sweatshirt, and I'm going to pop in the text right here, the description. This is a women's wide neck t-shirt, so I'm just going to highlight that and bold it. I'll click on women's to put it in the women's category, and then I'll call it, just add a tag there, love add the tag. Then I'm going to scroll down. This is once again a variable product because we'll have multiple sizes. We'll have one color but multiple sizes. So I'll click on variable product. Then I want to click on attributes and click on add. The name for this particular attribute is size, and I want to add my values in here, small with a pipe, and then medium, large, and an extra large. Okay, I want to click on visible on the product page to make this attribute visible on the product page, and I also want to use it for variations. So I want to check these two boxes here, and then I'm going to click on save attributes to save the attributes. Once the attributes have been saved, I want to click on variations down below, and then I want to click on add variation. And here I want to click on the size, and I need to add the price along with the size so that each of these variations are displayed. So I have a small here. I'm going to make this $60. Then I'll add another variation for the medium size. So I'll just scroll down and click on medium and add another price here for the medium, same price, $60. Add a variation. This time I'll add the large, again noting what the price is, and then finally the extra large. I'll note that right down below here. So if you want to create different prices for the same product, you can do so in this section. So for the extra large, for example, just as a demo, I'll make this $65 instead of $60, just to show you how you can create different prices for the same product. So once I have my different variations there, I'm going to scroll up. Let's see, we have our description here, but I want to add a short description. So I just copied this and I'm going to scroll down to where it says product short description, and I'll just add that right in here, this shorter description. Then I want to scroll up and I want to add the featured image. So I'm going to click on set the featured image. This is the thumbnail for the product, and then I want to click on upload to upload my file. Then I'll click on select files to select the file. And here is the image that I want, this one right here. So I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to click on open to open this. And here once again we want to put a title. So I'll call this the Faith, Love, Hope sweatshirt. And it's always a good idea, again, to create an alternate text, so I'll add that same thing right there in the title and in the alternate text, and then you want to click on Set Featured Image to set the featured image. So once the featured image is set, the next step here is we want to add some images in the product gallery. That will give us this display. So like for example, when I click on this is the finished site right here. We see here's an image, and now when I click, there are other different angles of the same image. So that is really a great feature of this theme, that you can have different images for the same product. So let's go ahead and continue creating the product gallery so that we can create this kind of image gallery for this product. So to do that, we want to click on right here where it says product gallery. You want to click on add product gallery images to add the images. And then once again I'm going to click on upload files and select files, and I'm going to click on this item, and actually all three of these items I'm going to click. So I'm just going to highlight all three of them, then I'm going to click on open, and then they'll all be added one by one. Then when you click on each one of them here, you can, let's see, here we go, I'll click on that one. And I can just once again put in a title and the alternate text. Then I'm going to give this one a different title because this is the back. So I'll just call this the same thing, but then I'll put back, and I'll give it the alternate text. And then finally for the side angle I'll do the same. So I'm going to give this a title as well, and I'm going to specify that this is the side with the alternate text, and then I'm going to click on add to gallery to add these three to the gallery. So let's make sure it doesn't look like they're all displaying here. Let me click on this one more time. Add product gallery images. So let's see, we have this one, and this one. Okay, so add to gallery. It looks like we need to add them one by one. So I'm going to click on this one more time. They will display right here in the product gallery. So you see we have 2 of the 3 so far. Then I'm going to click on this link one more time, and we need to grab the back image right here, this one. So I just selected it. You can see it's checked. And then I want to click on Add to Gallery to add that to the gallery. And you can see that I can drag these into the order that I want them to be displayed. So I think I want this one to be the second one, and the side one will be last. Okay, so now that we have all of that set, we want to come up here and click on Publish to publish this product. Now the product has been published. We can view it by clicking on View Product. And okay, it looks great. Now there's a couple things to point out here. Number one, we have our title right here of the product. Now also when we click on this image, it opens up into a really nice light display box, and you can see here are the different angles that we can see. So we've got this one, the front again, it looks like the back, and the side. So we have the different angles that we can see of this product. Okay, the other thing to point out is that you notice that before we had just created the variation so that the starting price is $60. So we see here now, it now says from $60, and here we can choose a different size option. So when I choose a small, we see here it's $60, and same with the medium is $60. But when I choose the extra large this time, it goes up to $65. So that's just an example of how you can create different prices for the same product, and how you can add a lightbox display with a product with a gallery of images for your product. Okay, now when we scroll down, you can see there are a few more related products being populated here, showing up. We have our description. And then when I click on additional information, you can see the different sizes that this product is offered in, and we have our reviews right here. So that is pretty great. I'm going to go through this process a few more times so that we can add some more items, and then we will move on to the shipping settings. So to add a new product, once again, I'm going to go to the top, hover over plus new, and click on product. And I'm going to go a little bit faster now that we've done this a few times already. So I'm going to add this piece 2 t-shirt. I'm going to add in, this one will be a piece tee for men. So I'm going to highlight the title here and click on bold. Next I want to add a new product category here. So I'm going to click on add new product category. This time I'll create a category for guys t-shirts. So I just add men there and then click on add new product category. Then I just want to scroll down, and under product tags, this is a piece shirt. So once again, I'll add piece, click on tag. So we have our title, our description, our category, and our tags selected. Next we need to, let's see here, just scroll down. Here where it says product data, I'm going to click on variable product once again. So click on variable product. Then I need to create some attributes for this product. So I'm going to click on attributes, and then I'm going to click on add to add the attributes. So I want to add some different sizes here. So I click on size for the attribute name. The values will be the different sizes, all separated by this pipe symbol. So small, medium, large, maybe, yeah, small, medium, large, that sounds good. Then I want to add these two checkboxes we want to check because I want these attributes to be visible on the product page, and I also want them to be used for variations. So I'm going to click on both of these right here, and I'm going to click on Save Attributes to save the attributes. And once the attributes are saved, the third step here for setting up the variations is to click on Variations, and then we want to click on this button here to add the variation. Then we need to select the size that we want to create a variation for. So I'm going to click on any size here and choose small, and then we need to give this a price. So I'll make this $40, and then I will just scroll down and do the same thing for the medium size and give it a price. And then finally I will add one more variation for the large size here. by clicking on large and then once again adding a price, and I'll make it $40. So we have all of our different variations set up. So then I'm just going to grab the description as we did before. This is the large description here, or the longer description. I want to add an excerpt or a shorter description down below here where it says product short description. So I'll just paste that in and make it a little bit shorter. Then I'm just going to scroll up here, and it looks like the last thing we need to do is add a featured image. So I'm going to click on Set the Featured Image. And here on the Set Featured Image screen, I need to click on Upload Files to upload my files. So I'm going to click on Upload Files and then click on Select Files. And then I need to find the image, which is this one right here. So I just highlight it and click on Open. And then I just need to add the title and the alternate text. So I'm going to keep it as Piece T-shirt here, and then for the alternate text, I'll just paste that in. Then I want to click on Set Featured Image to set the image. And once the image is set, the last step here is to come up to the top and click on Publish to publish this product. Okay, so the product was published. To view it, we just click on View Product to view the product. And here we have our product, so we are good to go. So from here, just keep doing the same steps over and over to add the products to your product catalog on your website, and I'll see you on the other side so we can take care of the shipping. So here we are back on the home page, and as we can see, we've added all of the different products we have for our product catalog. We've added all the products to the e-commerce website, so we're good to go on that. However, before we jump to the shipping, we need to take care of a few more things. So first of all, I want to point out when we go to the product page, I want to point out the difference between these two items and call attention to one important thing that we need to make sure is visible on the product page. So to show you that, I'm going to click on this product right here, this piece t-shirt, and you see here the product page is set up. We have the title, the price, the thumbnail, which when I click on it, it opens into a nice lightbox display right there. Then we have the description, we have the size, and then we have the additional information by clicking on that. And here down below, we can see the related products. So it looks good. The only catch is that I want to point out is that here you notice right here we have, this is a variable product, so it has several different sizes on it. It has a medium size and a large size attached to this product. However, we notice that there's no call to action listed right here. So it's really important when you have an e-commerce site to make sure that you do have your add to cart button visible right away. Right now, the only way to get to that add to cart button is someone would actually have to click on choose an option, then they would have to choose the option, and once they chose it, then the add to cart button would pop up. But it's much better with e-commerce sites to make sure that this is always visible, because it's important to have a call to action to let people know that they can, in one click, add the product to the cart. So comparing this example, let's look at the other one that I have set up here. So I'm going to go back to the home page just to show you the comparison. And here we see we have a second item right here, this Keep Calm and Volunteer t-shirt. So I'm going to click on this one. And here we see right away there's an Add to Cart button, and the default size is set to small. So we can change the size by clicking on medium or clicking on large, but at the same time the Add to Cart button is always visible. So we need to make sure on every item that the Add to Cart button, call to action, is always visible right from the get-go when we arrive on the product page. So I'm going to go back to this item over here, to this brown men's t-shirt. I'm going to click on that, and I want to show you how to make sure that the Add to Cart button is always being displayed. So let's go to Edit the Product by going up to the top and clicking on Edit Product. And then you want to go down to the product data once again. Here we are on the product data screen. And to make sure that the Add to Cart button is visible, we need to click on Variations. So I'm going to click on Variations right here. And here you notice that there's a setting here that says Default Selection. Now note that right now it says there's no default size. For that reason, that's why we do not see the Add to Cart button. So whenever you're setting up your product info, you want to make sure that you also set up a default size or a default variation for whatever your product is and whatever your variations are. So I'm just going to click on small and make that the default selection size. And then I'm going to come up to the top here and click on update to update the settings of the product page. So now let's go take a look at what the product page looks like. I'm going to click on View Products. And here we see the small size is the default version selected right here. This is the default size that automatically pops up on the product page. And as a result, we now have an Add to Cart button here on the product page. So just be sure when you're setting up whatever products you have that you always create a default variation if you have a product with many different variations and attributes. When you have a default variation set up, you will see the Add to Cart button immediately when you arrive on the product page. So now that we have the Add to Cart button on the product page, let's go to the home page and take care of the featured product slider. So when I go to the home page, you see that it looks good so far now on the recent products section. However, we're missing all the products here in the featured products slider right here. So let's go ahead and set up each of the products so that the ones we want to be displayed in the featured product slider will be displayed right here. So to do that, I'm going to go up to the dashboard, so up to the site title, and underneath that, I'm going to click on Dashboard. Then once we're on the dashboard, I'm going to click on Products to go to the Products page. Here we see all of the different products that we've added to our e-commerce website. So to add these to the featured slider, we need to do a quick edit here. So I'm going to click on Quick Edit. And then there's a checkbox here that says Featured. So I want to feature this brown men's piece t-shirt in the featured product slider. So I'm going to click on this right here, and then I'm going to click on Update. And then I'm going to add this Keep Calm and Volunteer one as well. So I'll do a quick edit. And once again, I'm going to click on Featured. And then I'm going to click right on the right-hand side, I'm going to click on Update. And we want to have 8 total items featured in the featured product slider. So I'm just going to add them one by one. So here I'm just going to click on that, click on Featured, click on Update. That's 3. We need about 5 more. So let's see, I'll do this one, quick edit, then I'll click Featured, Update. Let's see, we'll add this surf sweatshirt. So quick update on that. Click on Featured, and once again click on Update. I think that's 5 so far. I'll click on this one as well, Quick Edit. I'm going to click on this link here that says Quick Edit. I'm going to check the box that says Featured and click on Update. And then the Faith, Hope, Love sweatshirt, I'll add that to my featured product slider as well. So I'll click on Quick Edit. I think we're getting the hang of this. Click on Featured, click on Update. And Just Surf, we'll do that one too. Quick Edit. Click on Featured, click on Update, and I think I have one more to go, so I'll add the Brazil shirt. Quick Edit, click on Featured, and then I'll click on Update to update that setting as well. Now when we go back to the site by going up to the site title at the top toolbar and clicking on Visit Site, now we see all of these are listed in the featured product slider. Now note that they're a little bit blurry, so this is not good. We don't want these items to be blurry like this. So I don't know if you can see it, but right now I'm looking at these items right here in the slider are sort of blurry, and these are really sharp. So let's take care of making sure that these items are not blurry. So to solve the problem of blurry images showing up in the featured product slider, we need to take 3 steps. The first step is we need to go to the dashboard right here. I'm going to click on Dashboard, and we need to add a plugin called Regenerate Thumbnails. So I'm going to come down to the left-hand sidebar, click on Plugins right here. And then I'm going to add a new plugin by clicking on Add New at the top. And I'm going to look for a plugin called Regenerate Thumbnails. Then I'm going to click on Search to search for this plugin. And here we see it's the first one that pops up. So you can click on Details to find out more about this plugin. And we see here it was last updated 132 days ago. It requires WordPress version 2.8 or higher, and it's compatible up to version 3.5.1, which is the version of WordPress we're using right now, and it's been downloaded over 600,000 times. We also see that it has pretty much a 5-star rating out of 5 stars. So this is a really great plugin. I'm going to install it by clicking on Install Now. Okay, the plugin was successfully installed, so the next step is we want to activate the plugin by clicking on Activate Plugin. Okay, so we've taken care of step 1, which is to activate the Regenerate Thumbnails plugin. Step 2 is we need to go to WooCommerce on the left-hand side here. So I'm going to hover over WooCommerce. Then I'm going to click on Settings. Here on the WooCommerce settings screen, we see that there's a number of different tabs with all kinds of different configurations available. The one we want now to help solve the problem of blurry images on the homepage featured product slider is the Catalog tab. So we need to click on Catalog right here. And now here on the Catalog option screen, we need to scroll down to the bottom, and here where it says Product Thumbnails, we want to change this from 90 to 550. So you can try different sizes here if you want to try other width sizes and height sizes. I've already tested this and 550 seems to work pretty good. So I'm going to add 550 to the width and the height, and then I'm going to click on Save Changes to save the new image option sizes. Okay, so our settings have been saved. So the next step is we need to go to our media page right here. So I'm going to click on Media. We need to go to our media library. And we need to regenerate the thumbnails of all of our featured images on the home page. So I'm going to keep it simple by just regenerating the thumbnails for everything by clicking on this box right here. Then at the top where it says Bulk Actions, I'm going to click on Bulk Actions, and then I'm going to select this option here to regenerate thumbnails, and then I'm going to click on Apply to apply the new thumbnail image sizes. Okay, so all the thumbnails of all of these different images have been regenerated. So now let's go take a look at the home page and see what they look like in the featured product slider. Okay, much better. So now we see all of these images look really crystal clear, just like they do down below. So that is how you want to adjust the images on the featured product slider in the event that they turn out blurry when you add them to the slider. So now you know how to change them and fix them so that they're no longer blurry. So that's awesome. So the next step is we see here at the top we have quite a few different items here in the menu. One of the next things that we'll want to do is we probably want to add an about page about the business as well as a contact page so anyone can contact you directly through your website. So let's add 2 pages to the website right now, both an about page about the company and a contact page. So I'm going to go to the top here in the top left hand side. I'm going to hover over the site title, and once again I'll click on Dashboard. And this time I want to create a new page. So this time I'm going to click on Pages here in the sidebar to create a new page. And then I'm going to click on either Add New right here to add a new page, or you can click on Add New right here at the top. So I'm going to click on Add New at the top to add a new page. And then on the Add New Page screen, I want to give the page a title. So this is going to be the About page, so I'll just write About right there. And then I want to add some content here about the About page, so I'll just paste in some content I just copied from another location. So here we have the title and the description. I also want to add an image right next to the text. So to add an image on the About page, I'm going to place the cursor right where I want it, right here, and then I'm going to click on Add Media to add an image. Now I'm going to upload a file by clicking on Upload File. I'm going to select the file, and then I'm going to find the image that I want. So I'm going to choose this image here, and then I'm going to click on Open to open this image. And here we see this is the image that will be displayed right next to the text on the About page. So you can give it a title if you'd like. I'll just call it the name of my website. And then we're going to scroll down here, and here's where you have a choice on what kind of alignment you want this to be. So I want this to be left aligned, so I'm going to click on left to align this to the left of the text. I want to link it to nothing, so I'll just click on none right here where it says link to. I just clicked on none. And then you have a choice of different kind of thumbnail sizes, a thumbnail, a medium size, or a full size version. So I'll use the medium size here, so I'll click on medium. And then the last step is you want to click on Insert into Page to insert the image into the page. Okay, great. So now that looks good so far. Let's just scroll down a little bit. Okay, it looks pretty good so far. So this will be a parent page, so I'll just leave the page attributes set as they are. And let's see, we have different template choices here. So when I click on this default template option right here, I'm going to click on that. You'll see you get a drop-down box of all the different templates that are included with the Wootique theme, and this theme comes with a lot of different templates, which is awesome. So the default theme includes a sidebar, and this is the About page, so I do not want a sidebar showing up on this page, so I'm going to click on full width so to make this a full width page. So I'm going to click on full width right there, and then I'm going to click on publish to publish this page. Okay, to view the page, I'm going to click on View Page right here at the top. And here we see that I have my page right here. So I'm missing a call to action. I think what I'd like to do here is I want to add a call to action that says Contact Me. So first I'm going to create a contact page, and then I'll come back and I'll create that call to action. So let's create one more page here. I'm going to go to the dashboard, click on Dashboard right here in the top left-hand corner. Then I'm going to add a new page. You can just directly add a new page by hovering over pages and clicking on Add New. And now I'm going to call this Contact. This will be the contact page, so anyone can contact me directly via the website. So I'm going to leave this blank right here. Actually, I think I'll create a short sentence here. Okay, so for more info, please contact us via the form below. And then here on the page attributes section, once again, I'm going to click on template, and you see that there's a contact form template that's already set up, which is great. So I'm just going to click on contact form, and then I'm going to click on publish to publish this page. Now when we view the page by clicking on View Page, we'll see we have a really nice contact form set up. Someone can just put in their name, add their email, create a message, and then they can click on Submit to submit a message directly to you via your website. So I am just going to come up to the top here. Now notice that there's a lot of different menu items going on here. We're going to take care of that and clean that up in just a moment. I want to go back to the About page here. I'm going to click on About. And I want to add a call to action down here that says contact me or contact us. So to do that, I'm going to click on Edit Page to edit the About page. And then at the bottom here, I'm just going to place the cursor where I want to add the call to action. Now there's a really cool shortcode for a button provided by this theme, so I'm just going to place the cursor where I want the button to be, and then I'm going to come up here to where it says Woo, where it says Insert Shortcode. I'm going to click on that, and you'll notice that there's all these different shortcodes listed right here. So these are not the shortcodes that I want. Let's see, I'm looking for a button, which is not listed here. So instead I'm going to create my own button. So there's another Woo icon here, insert Woo theme shortcode. So it looks like we have the Woo Teak, the theme specific, and then we have the Woo at large Woo theme shortcode. So the one we want is insert Woo theme shortcode. So I'm going to click on this blue icon. And then you see that there should be here a button link. Right here at the top it says button. So I'm going to click on button to create a shortcode for that. And then you'll notice that you have all these different customizations and options to create your button. So the title of the button is going to be Contact Me. And then I'm going to create a link. Now the link was my contact page, so it's http:// the name of the website is my domain name, and then the link is just / contact. So if you created a different page title, and if your page title was not simply contact, you may have a different link here, and you want to add whatever the link is to your contact page. You want to add that right here. So okay, this looks good so far. You can add some different colors if you'd like. I think I'll just choose a blue color here. So I'm going to drag this bar down. Let's see. Not working very well. Let's see if I go like this. There we go. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to grab this blue color, and then I'll just copy it to make it easier. And then I'll add the border here. Will be the same thing, and I'll just pop that code down here and paste it right there so it matches. And it looks like, okay, I'm good to go on that. So I'm just going to scroll up to the top, and then there's a button here that says Insert, so I'm going to insert this button by clicking on Insert. Okay, so now we see that the WordPress, the Woo Themes, has created this short code, this code here, which adds a really cool button to your home page. So I'm just going to save everything by clicking on Update, and then let's look and see what this now looks like. Okay, so the page has been updated. To view the page, I'm going to click on View Page, and now we see down below we have this button here that says Contact Me, and when I click on it, it goes directly to the contact page right here. Okay, perfect. Now notice that the color was a little bit off on this, so if you want, you can match the color to the sidebar over here. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to change the color of this button by going up to the Edit page by clicking on Edit Page here in the toolbar. And then I'm going to scroll down to where the code is. Now the code is located in two locations. Right here it says BG color for background color, and then we also have a border. So I happen to know what the code is, so I'm going to just paste that in. I copied it from another location, so I'm just going to paste it in right here. And when you paste it in, you want to make sure that you keep the two quotation marks before and after the code intact. So it should say quotation mark, and then you have your code right here, and I'll give you this code as well. If you're using the blue Woo Teak theme, which we are seeing so far, then this is the color that you would need to add in between these two quotations. So I'll make a note of this so that you can use this code also. But the main point is that you want to make sure that you use this code inside of the two quotation marks right here. So it's quotation, pound, 4C677 and a capital E, and then there's a quotation mark. And you want to add it for the border as well. So I'm just going to paste the code in between the quotation marks right here, and then I'm going to click on Update to update this page. Now when I click on View Page, now we see that the button is the same color as the menu bar right here, which is great. So now it looks a lot better, it looks more consistent, and it definitely looks like it flows a lot better. So that's how you add a contact button to your About page. Now the next step is, most likely you may want to have a blog on your website. Having a blog is a great way to add fresh content to your website. It's a great way to keep in touch with anyone who's coming to your site because they can read new updates that you may be posting on your website. And another good reason to have a blog is because search engines love fresh content. So having a blog is definitely helpful in terms of helping your website to rank on Google and on other search engines. So let's add a blog to the site. To do that, I'm going to go up to plus new here in the toolbar, and I'm going to click on page to add a new page. And to add a blog is really simple. All we need to do is create a blog by adding the title blog right here. So you want to add blog right here. And then right here on the right hand side in the page attributes section under template, you want to click on this and you want to find where it says blog. So this theme comes with a blog template, which makes it really easy to add a blog. So you just click on blog and that's all you have to do. The last step is you just want to click on publish to publish this page. And now when we go to view the page, now we'll see here is our blog post. So we haven't added any blog posts really yet to the site. So this is just the default blog post that comes with your WordPress installation. But as you start adding blog posts to your website, they'll start showing up down below on this page. So we see we're on the blog page right here, and then when you click on the post, I'm going to click on it right now, then you go to the actual single post page. So you'll see here's the title, you'll have some data here like when the blog post was published, who published it, and what category it's in. Then you'll have the actual post, and then you'll have an author box description here, and then you can have your comments right below. So this is what the blog post page will look like for a single post. So when you add posts, they will show up on your blog. So now we see we've got all these different menu items showing up here. Let's take care of this next. We want to clean this up so it's really a lot more simplified up here. So let's change the menu. So to do that, we're going to go back to the site title, hover over the site title, and then you'll notice that there's an item here that says menus. So I'm going to click on menus. And here we are on the menus screen. So to create a menu, first we need to come up to the top here and we need to enter a menu name. So I'm just going to call this menu. And then you want to click on this blue button that says create menu to create the menu. Once you've created the menu, then on the left-hand side, you'll notice that it says theme locations, and there's a note here that says your theme supports 2 menus, so select which menu appears in each location. So we have a primary menu and a top menu. So I'm just going to use the primary menu right here, so I'm just going to click in this box. I'm going to select the menu I just created, menu, and then I'm going to click on save to save this theme location for the menu. So once we have the menu and the menu location selected and saved, then we need to go ahead and figure out what items we want to be displayed in the menu. So I would like to have, looking at the pages down below, I'm going to click on View All to view all of my pages. And I'd like to have, let's see, I'd like to have the home page on the menu, the about page, the blog, and then I would like to have the shop page as well. So I'm going to select all of those, and then I'm going to click on Add to Menu to add these to the menu. Then you can go ahead and you can rearrange how you want this to be displayed. So for example, I'd like the shop page to show up at the beginning of the menu, so I'll just drag it right up there. And then I want to come over here on the right hand side and I want to click on Save Menu to save the menu. Now we need to add some different items underneath shop. I'd like to add the different categories to help people more easily find the products that they may be looking for. So if you recall, I have some women's t-shirts, some kids t-shirts, and some men's t-shirts. So I want that to show up underneath the shop page. So we don't see those right now, those product categories. We just see the overall website categories right here. So what we want to do, if you don't see product categories on the left-hand side, what you need to do is go up to the top, click on this screen options button right here, and then you'll see that this will display all of the different things that you can add to your menu, and one of those things includes product categories. So I'm going to click on product categories right here, Then I'm going to click on screen options again to collapse this section. Now when I scroll down, you'll see here are the product categories that we created in one of the previous steps. So I want to include women's, kids, and men's product categories to my menu. So I'm just going to click on them to select them, and then I'm going to click on Add to Menu. Now when I scroll up, we can see these are all added to my menu. So just to display them in a little bit more organized way, I'm going to drag the women's up underneath Shop, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the kids product category and the men's product category. And let's see, I think that's good. And then what I want to do, actually I think I'll put the kids first. And then in order to display this really nicely, I'm just going to drag this over just a tad to the right hand side, just like this. Just move it over just a little bit. I'm just dragging it to the right hand side. So now these three categories will fall underneath of the shop category right here, the shop page. So we'll have the home page as a menu item, the shop page as a parent menu item, and underneath the shop menu item there will be these three different sub-menu items. So it's looking good so far. The one page I'm missing is the contact page, it looks like. So let's see, find that. I'm going to click on contact right here, click on add to menu, and now I have my contact page added there as well. So the menu looks good. This is just how I'd like it to be. Now I'm going to click on save menu to save my menu. Okay, the menu has been updated. So now let's go check out the site. So I'm going to go up to the top left-hand toolbar, hover over the site name and click on Visit Site. And now we see that the menu looks a lot better. So we have the home page right here in the menu item. We have the shop, and when I hover over shop, we can see here the different product categories. So it's really a lot easier for anyone coming to your site to more easily find products in your product catalog. So for example, I'll click on kids right now. And now we see here are the three results for the kids page. I'll do the same thing for women's. We have a lot more women's items here. So here are all the different women's t-shirts. And then finally, when I click on men, here we have the two men's t-shirts right here. Next we have the About page, which we saw earlier with the call to action Contact Me button. And then we have our blog. And then we have the contact page. So we're looking good to go so far. Next, let's go take a look at this sidebar area over here, and let's go over how to configure what content shows up in the sidebar. So to configure the content here in the sidebar, we need to go to the left-hand side and go back to the dashboard. So I'm going to click on Dashboard right here. And then we want to go down to where it says Appearance, and we want to click on Appearance. Once we click on Appearance, you'll see there's another item that pops up called Widgets, and we want to click on Widgets. So here we are on the Widgets screen, and this is all of the content that shows up in the sidebar. We can see here on the right we have our normal full width sidebar, the primary sidebar, and then there's 4 different footer areas where we can add content, custom content in the footer as well. So the main thing that we want to do right now is we want to change the content showing up in the primary sidebar. So by default, when you install WordPress, it will come installed with recent posts, comments, archives, categories, and meta content. So what I want to do first is I just want to delete all of this to remove it. So I'm just going to click on this caret here and click on delete. You can also take this bar here and you can just drag it over to deactivate it and then release. So maybe that's a faster way. So I'll just drag it over and release each of these to remove them. Okay, so now we have an empty sidebar right here. Now we need to figure out what we want to add. So when you scroll down, you'll see that there's a lot of different Woo widgets that are specific to this theme that you can add. You can check each one of them out if you'd like. There's a Woo Twitter stream, there's a Subscribe Connect widget here. You can add your Flickr photos or perhaps a search bar right here, or tabs, bestsellers. There's all kinds of different custom widgets and custom content you can add to your sidebar. So feel free to check these out. Also note, here are all of the WooCommerce widgets. So these are specific to your e-commerce theme. So the one thing that I want to use is I want to find the WooCommerce search product search. So here we see, here's WooCommerce product search. So I want this one. This will make it easy for anyone coming to your site to easily find your products, which is always a good thing. So I'm going to just take this and drag it up to the primary widget area. I'm just going to drag it up here and release it. And then we'll see you can add a title here, and I'll just say put search, and then you want to click on save. Okay, and the next step is I'm just going to close it by clicking on this caret. Now I want to add some more widgets in this area as well, so I'm going to scroll down once again. I want to find the top products widget, so let's see where that is. We have recent products, top rated products, so this one I want to drag up as well. So it's the WooCommerce top rated products. I'm just going to drag it up to the top here. And once again, I'm going to release it, and you can just add a title if you'd like. So I'll just call it top products, top rated products. And then I'm going to, actually I'll just display 3, so I'll just change the number there and click on save and close that once again. And then I want to add the one item that is on sale. I want to call attention to that. So let's find the items on sale widget. Let's see, where is that located? Okay, here it is. So here is the WooCommerce on sale. Display a list of your on sale products on your site. So I'll just grab this widget and drag it up to the top once again. And I'll release it right under the top rated products, and then I'll say on sale now. Okay, and once again I'll just display 3 items right here and click on save. And the last item that I'd like to display are my social network icons, so anyone coming to the site can easily connect with me on the social web. So we have not yet added that plugin, so I'm going to add that plugin by going to the left-hand side. I'm going to click on plugins right here. And then at the top I'm going to click on add new to add a new plugin. So the plugin that I really love is this Simple Social Icons plugin, and the main reason why I love this plugin is because you can customize the way the icons look on your site to match the colors of your site with the colors of the icons. So we'll see what that looks like in just a moment. So I'm just going to add this Simple Social Icons in the search field and click on Search Plugins to search for this plugin. Here it is at the top. You can click on Details to find out more about this plugin. We can see that it was last updated 15 days ago, and it's compatible up to WordPress 3.5.1, which is the version of WordPress we're using right now. It's been downloaded about 60,000 times, and it has pretty much a 5-star rating, which is awesome. So I'm going to install this by clicking on Install Now. Okay, so the plugin was successfully installed. Now I'm going to click on Activate Plugin to activate the plugin. Okay, so now that the plugin has been activated, we want to go back to our Appearance and Widgets section. So I'm going to hover over Appearance and click on Widgets. And now when I scroll down, you'll see right here there's a Simple Social Icons widget that we can add to our primary sidebar. So I'm going to drag this widget over to the bottom of the sidebar over here. And here I'm just going to give it a title, Connect on the Web. And then you can notice that you can change the icon size if you'd like. You can also change the radius and the alignment. I'm going to leave these all. The defaults are always working well for me, so I'll just leave them as they are. But the one thing that I do want to call attention to is the background color and the background hover color. So as you recall, when we added the button on the contact page, we added that code, that color code for the blue that matched the blue on the website. So I want to use the same blue color here for the color of my social icons. So I'm just going to paste that. I've already copied it, so I'm just going to paste that right here. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the background hover color. I'm just going to paste that code in right here, the color code. And then what you want to do is you just want to come down to any of the different social network icons that you want to have displayed on your site. You want to add the URL for your social network in these fields right here. So the ones that I would like to add right now include, let's see, I'll add Pinterest, and I'll add Twitter. So I'll just copy the Pinterest one and just add the Twitter URL, and then I'll also add a YouTube one. Okay, so once you have the different, you may want to add some additional social network URLs as well. Feel free to do that. And when you're ready, go ahead and click on Save to save the settings of this particular widget. Then I'm going to click on Close. And now when we go back to visit the site and check out the sidebar, let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to click on Visit Site, and then I'm going to click on Blog to check out the blog index page. And now we see on the right-hand side, we have our search bar, we have our top rated products, and it looks like I spelled that wrong, so I need to fix that. Then it says we have our On Sale Now item, and then we have our Connect on the Web social network icons, so anyone can connect with you on the social web, either via Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or some other social network. Okay, so that looks good to go, other than just having to respell this particular item, which I'll do in a little bit. So here we are on the home page, and the website is looking good so far. We see that we have pretty much all of the home page filled out. We still have a few things to do behind the scenes though to complete the e-commerce website. So the first thing we need to do is we need to take a look at shipping. So to do that, let's go ahead back to the dashboard by hovering over the site title here and clicking on Dashboard. And two things that we need to add to shipping are the shipping classes. So let's take care of creating some shipping classes by going to products right here. So you're going to either click on products or hover over products right here, and then you see that there's a drop down menu here, and one of the second to last items is shipping classes. So I'm going to click on shipping classes right here. And here we can create our new shipping class. So as it notes at the top, shipping classes can be used to group products of a similar type, and these groups can then be used by certain shipping methods to provide different rates to different products. So I want to create two different shipping classes. I want to create a free shipping class and a standard shipping class. So I'm just going to add free here for the name for a free shipping class. And then at the bottom here, I'm going to click on this button that says Add New Shipping Class to add the shipping class. And now we see it's right here, we have a free shipping class. The other one that I want to add is a standard shipping class. So I'm just going to type that here in the name field and once again click on Add New Shipping Class. Okay, so once the two shipping classes are created, the next step is we need to go over to WooCommerce. I'm going to hover over WooCommerce, and then I'm going to click on Settings to go to the WooCommerce settings screen. Here on the WooCommerce settings screen, you see there's a number of different tabs at the top, and one of them is shipping. So I'm going to click on shipping to go to the shipping options. And here on the shipping options page, we see all the different settings that we can configure to set the shipping up the way we would like it to be set up. So we notice that by default, shipping is enabled here in WooThemes, and also we have a shipping calculator that is by default enabled. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Then when you scroll down, you'll see that the shipping method currently is listed as flat rate, but we see here that there's a purple highlighted check mark here, the status, and actually the free shipping is enabled. So you have many different shipping methods here that you can choose from, either a flat rate, free shipping, international delivery, or local pickup. So in general, of course, if you can offer free shipping, that's the best. That is one less thing that a customer has to worry about, so it really helps to incentivize them to buy any kind of product you may have if you offer free shipping. So wherever possible, it's always a good idea to offer free shipping. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a shipping method with the flat rate, and one of the options will be free shipping within the flat rate. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. Number one, I'm just going to come down here and I'm going to click on Save Changes. But actually, before I click on Save Changes, I want to point out this shipping calculator. Because I'm going to be offering a flat rate shipping charge, we don't really need a shipping calculator. So I'm going to turn this off because the calculator is used to calculate how much the shipping is. But if I offer a flat rate, then everyone will know in advance what the shipping is. So I don't need the shipping calculator. So I'm just going to keep the settings like that. The default shipping method is flat rate, as we can see here. And then I'm just going to click on Save Changes to save the shipping changes. Okay, now that the shipping options settings have been saved, the next step is we need to check out the flat rate settings right here, since we will be using a default shipping method of flat rate. So I'm going to click on flat rate right here, this link. And here we are on the flat rate shipping options screen. So the first thing we need to do is we need to enable this by clicking on this button right here that says enable this shipping method. And once again, here you see there are these question marks which when you hover on top of them, you get a really nice tooltip that tells you what this field does. So we see the method title. This controls the title which the user sees during checkout. So the title flat rate works for me. Everyone understands what that is. It's really clear. So I'll leave it like that, and then I'm just going to scroll down. I'm going to leave all the default settings here. I'm not going to change those. Those work for me. But I do want to come down here to where it says shipping class. So we can see that actually, let me go back up 1 second. I did miss one thing. So cost per order. When we hover over that, it says enter a cost per order, leave blank to disable. Now, because I want to use shipping classes, I'm actually going to leave this blank this time. So I'm going to leave the cost per order for the flat rate. I'm going to leave that blank. So what I want to do is I want to come down here, and you can see here that we can add a shipping flat rate to the per order, charge shipping for the entire order as a whole, or if I click on this, there's two other options. You can charge shipping per item or per class. So I'm just going to leave it like that, and then I am going to add some shipping classes, however. So I'm going to click on Add Cost to add a class. And then you see that here I have the free shipping class that I created in the previous step. So for this one, I'm going to give this a cost of 0. So I'm going to type in 0 right here. And then I'm going to add another cost here. And this one will be the standard shipping class. So when I click on free, now I have the standard option right here. So for the standard option, I'm going to give this a cost of $5 by just putting a 5 in there. And now I'm going to click on Save Changes. Okay, so the settings have been changed. We're using a flat rate for the default shipping payment, shipping charge, but you do notice that I have two shipping classes within the flat rate. One is a free shipping class and the other one is a standard shipping class. So let's see how this plays out. So the next step is I want to go to one of my products. I'm going to click on products here, and now I'm going to click on this one, for example. I'm going to click on quick edit to edit this particular one, and then you see on the right hand side it says shipping class, and I can select whether I want this t-shirt to have free shipping or standard shipping. So I'm going to click on standard, and I'm going to click on update to update the shipping on this t-shirt. The next thing I'm going to do is we can edit all of these t-shirts in bulk, which is a lot easier to do, by just selecting this item right here, which checks all of these different t-shirts. You see now they're all selected. And then I'm going to go to the top right here where it says bulk actions, and I'm going to click on edit. Then I'm going to click on apply to apply this edit to all of them. Now when I scroll down, you'll see that here's the shipping class, and I can adjust the shipping for all of the units, all of the products, all at once with just one step. So I'm going to create a shipping class of standard for all of the t-shirts by clicking on standard. That's the $5 shipping. And then I'm going to click on update to update all of the products at once. Okay, so 13 posts were updated, so 13 products were updated. So let's go check out the website and see how this works right now. So I'm going to click on Visit Site, and then I'm going to click on Select Options. Actually, let me find one. Let's see, we'll do this one here, Keep Calm and Volunteer. I'll click on that one. And here we see we have the small selected. I'm going to add that to the cart. And here we see I get a message when I click on Add to Cart which says Keep Calm and Volunteer was successfully added to your cart. I can either click on this button here to view the cart, or I can go directly to the checkout by clicking on Checkout right here. So I'm going to view the cart by clicking on View Cart. And here we see the price of $40 is located right here in the cart. And when I scroll down, you'll see the cart total is $40 subtotal plus a flat rate shipping charge of $5. So the order total is $45. Now it's always fun when you create a video and then you find a little issue that pops up, which I'm discovering right now. So we see that in addition to the flat rate of $5, we also have a free shipping option here, which a customer could potentially click on, and then that will recalculate the order to be only $40. So clearly I do not want to have two different shipping prices showing up right here. So let's take care of adjusting that right now. So we want to make sure that just one flat rate is displayed right here. We do not want free shipping and a flat rate to both be displayed. So let's remove the free shipping feature right here by going up to the dashboard. So I'm going to click on Dashboard here. And then I'm going to go back to WooCommerce, the settings page. So I'm going to hover over WooCommerce and click on Settings. And here on the WooCommerce settings screen, I want to click once again on Shipping. Now here we are on the shipping options screen, and we can see here that the default shipping method is flat rate, but we have two different shipping methods enabled, both the flat rate and the free shipping. So I had forgotten in the previous step to disable the free shipping. That's why it is also showing up on the cart page. So let's turn off free shipping by going up to free shipping right here, this link that says free shipping. And then here where it says free shipping, I'm going to uncheck this box to disable the free shipping. So once I've unchecked this box, then I'm going to click on Save Changes to save my changes. Okay, and now that the free shipping changes have been saved, when I click on shipping options one more time, we'll see that now only one shipping method is enabled. It's the flat rate with the two shipping classes. So now let's go check out the cart once again. So I'm going to go visit the site by clicking on Visit Site. And now I'm going to click on my item right here to check out my shopping cart. And now we see when I scroll down, it looks a lot better. So we have the cart subtotal of $40 for the t-shirt, and the shipping charge is a flat rate of $5. So the order total is $45. So that's exactly how we want it. So the next thing we need to do is we need to configure the checkout page so that we have some kind of way to get paid. So let's do that now by going up to the dashboard once again. And then I'm going to go back to WooCommerce. I'm going to hover over WooCommerce and click on Settings one more time. And then over here, there's a tab called Payment Gateways. So I'm going to click on Payment Gateways. And here you see that there's a number of different payment gateways that you can choose as a way to get paid. So I'm going to use, let's see, PayPal right now. You see there's lots of different options. You can have direct bank transfer, check payment, cash on delivery, credit card, or PayPal. So I'm just going to use PayPal. Also notice once again that everything in purple is actually enabled. So we need to disable the ones we're not going to use and just make sure that the one we're using is enabled. So I'm going to just click on PayPal and click on Save Changes. And then I need to go to the direct bank transfer and the check payment pages, and I need to disable these two since they're currently enabled. So I'm just going to click on this one here, BACS, and I'm going to click on this box here to disable it. So I just unchecked it, unchecked the bank transfer button. So I just uncheck that. I'm going to scroll down and click on Save Changes. And I'm going to do the same thing for check. I'm going to click on check. And I'm going to disable this by unchecking it. And then I'm going to click on Save Changes. And it looks like cash on delivery is already disabled. And then you have this other form of checkout here, which is not enabled. If you'd like to read more about that, go ahead and click on Join for free or learn more about WooCommerce. And I may pronounce this wrong, Mijera. Anyway, you can learn more about this checkout by clicking on this link. I'm using PayPal, however, so I'm going to click on the PayPal link right here, and I need to set up PayPal. So we see that here it is enabled, which is awesome. And here you just need to add whatever your PayPal email is. Now, I already have a PayPal account, but if you do not have a PayPal account, you can just go to PayPal and you can sign up for an account. So once again, PayPal is free, so you can just come to paypal.com and you can sign up for either a personal or a business account. Most likely a business account if you are using your e-commerce website for business, and you can just check out the different plans that they have here and you can sign up for PayPal. So with PayPal, the good news is that anyone who wants to buy something from your site can either purchase something by signing into their PayPal account, so they can sign into PayPal, or if they don't have a PayPal account, that's no problem. They can just pay via credit card if they do not have a PayPal account. So we'll go over that in just a moment. For the moment, let's go ahead and continue setting up the payment gateway here. So I need to add my PayPal email. So I'm just going to enter that right in here, and then I'm going to scroll down here, and it looks like we are good to go. I'm going to leave all of the default settings here. The one thing I will turn off though is this one that says Enable PayPal Sandbox. So I'm going to disable that. We don't need that anymore. That's used for test payments. And then I'm going to click on this one that says Save Changes. Okay, so payment gateways have been set up. So let's just check some other tabs here really quick. I'm going to click on emails. And here we see that emails will be sent from the name of my site. You can add any name here, and then here's the email address. So that looks good. I'm going to leave all of this as it is. And then I just want to click on integration really quick as well. And here we see that here we have Google Analytics. So I recommend using Google Analytics. You can also add your ID in here. Now we already talked about Google Analytics. You can add Google Analytics as well in the Wooteeks theme options settings, but you can also add it here also. So there's a couple different places where you can add Google Analytics. So there you go. Now let's go check out the cart to go check out the shopping cart. So I'm going to go back to the site by clicking on Visit Site. And here we see I have the item, so I'm going to click on the item once again. And here it says Proceed to Checkout. So I'm going to click on Proceed to Checkout. And here we are on the checkout page. Now at the top there's a message here that says, do you have a coupon? If so, click here to enter your code. So let's create a coupon really quick, and then we'll come back to the checkout page and we'll continue with the checkout. So I want to show you how to add or create a coupon for your site. So to add a coupon, I'm going to go back to the dashboard by clicking on Dashboard. And then I'm going to hover over WooCommerce, and you can see when I hover over WooCommerce, there's a link here that says coupons. So I'm going to click on coupons. And here we are on the add coupon screen. So I'm going to add a coupon by clicking on this link that says add coupon. And then at the top I'm just going to add what the name of the coupon code is. So I'll just call this Summer Fun. That will be the name of the coupon, Summer Fun. So maybe you have a summer coupon you want to give, or some holiday coupon, some special occasion or event. I'm going to call this coupon Summer Fun, and then I'm going to scroll down here. And coupon description, you can add a coupon description for your coupon for reference if you'd like. And then there's all these different settings that you can add right here. So the discount type could be a cart discount, percentage discount, or product percentage discount. I'll just leave it as a cart discount. And then the coupon amount, I will say this will be a $5 off coupon. You could also enable free shipping if you want for your coupon, or check all these different other limitations or options related to the coupon, so you can read about these and select them if you'd like. I'm going to leave that as it is. And then you can also note here whether there is a minimum amount needed to use the coupon. You can also specify which products these are for, and there you go. So you can read about all these different criteria to make the coupon valid. So I'm going to leave it at that. Some are fun, and I'm going to click on Publish to publish this coupon. Okay, so the coupon was updated. So now let's go back to the checkout page to apply this coupon. So I'm going to click on Visit Site. And now I'm going to go back to the checkout page by clicking on Checkout. And here it says, do you have a coupon? Click here to enter your code. So I'm going to click this to enter the code. And here the code is Summer Fun. So I'm just going to add that in there, and I'm going to click on Apply Coupon. Okay, the coupon was applied successfully. So now when we scroll down, we see that the order was $40, the cart subtotal was $40, the shipping was $5, but I just got a discount of $5. So now the order total is $40. So that's awesome. So the next thing is we just need to fill in our billing address. So I'll just do that now. And once all the billing address is filled out, then you can just indicate here whether you want the shipping address to be the same as the billing address. So I'll just leave it like that, and then a customer can add any notes that they would like to add about the delivery. So there you go, we're all set to go. Now the last step is, as we note here, we will be paying through PayPal or by PayPal. However, it does say you can pay with your credit card if you do not have a PayPal account. So I'm going to click on Place Order to place the order. And here we are on the PayPal checkout page, where we can see the order summary on the left-hand side, and then on the right-hand side it says have a PayPal account, log in to your account to pay, or if you don't have a PayPal account, you can pay as a guest now and sign up for PayPal later, or you don't have to sign up for PayPal at all. So just by filling in this information and clicking on Continue, you can sign up as a guest and you can pay via credit card directly without having a PayPal account. Okay, so we're almost done. We have two more things that I want to do before completing this video. Number one, let's go over how to add a downloadable product to your product catalog, and then we'll go about creating a blog post with an image gallery. So first, I want to create a product that is a downloadable product. So I'm going to go up to the plus new and click on Product. And then here I want to add an ebook, so I'll just call it ebook, how to create your custom t-shirt. So it'll be an ebook about how to create your own custom t-shirt. And then I'm going to add some information in there as text. Let's see, I'll just reduce it a little bit. Then you want to come down here once again to the product data, but this time instead of clicking on simple product or variable product, we're actually going to click on this checkbox here that says downloadable. So I'm going to click on that. And here we see that we can put a price for this particular unit. So this is a downloadable product. I'm going to make this free. So I'm just going to say it will be 0, no price there. Now we need to choose a file for this particular download. So I'm going to click on Choose a File. Then I'm going to click on Upload File to upload the file and select the file. And here I'm just going to find the file. Here's the ebook. So I'm going to select it and click on Open. And then here we see it says ebook right here. That's good. And then I'll just click on Insert File URL. So now we have the file URL right here. So that's good to go. Now here I need to click on Shipping. So I'm going to click on Shipping right here. And here we see there's a shipping class, which it currently has no shipping class, but we want to add a shipping class. So I'm going to click on that. So we have two different shipping classes. We have the standard shipping class, which as we saw previously is a $5 shipping charge, but this is a downloadable ebook, so I just want to give this ebook away for free. So I'm going to use the shipping class of free in for this particular product. So I'm going to click on free, and then I'm just going to add a short description down here about this product. And then I'm going to scroll up right here. We see here are the product categories. I'm going to give this a new product category. This is going to be called an ebook. So I'll just add the ebook product category, and then I'll click on add new product category. And then I can just, once again, I can give it a tag too if I'd like. So I'll just call this ebook and click on add to add the tag. And finally, I need to give this a featured image. So I'm going to click on select featured image. And once again, I'm going to click on upload files and then select files. And then I'm going to select my ebook cover right here and click on open. Okay, and then for the title, I'll just call this ebook, and same with the caption, I'll just call it ebook, and then I'll click on set featured image. Okay, so it's all good to go. Now I'm just going to come up to the top, and I'm going to click on publish to publish this product. So the product was published. Let's go take a look at it by clicking on view product. And here we see here is the ebook, and it's free. As it notes here, it's free. So I can add it to the cart. So when I click on add to cart, and then I click on view cart, now we see we have the t-shirt we had originally selected, and here we have the ebook with $0 for the price, 0 for the subtotal, and then once again we only have the flat rate, but that is being applied to the t-shirt. So if I eliminate this t-shirt from the cart by clicking on the X button, then the total will recalculate, and now we'll see that we have a flat rate, but it's free for this particular ebook. So that is exactly how we wanted it. So the last thing that I want to do in this video is I want to go over how to create a blog post. So I'm going to click on blog right here, and we see here we have one default blog post showing up. So I want to add a new blog post. So I'm going to go up to the top, click on plus new, and now I'm going to click on post to add a new blog post. So the first thing we want to do is we want to give our new post a name. So I'm going to give this a new title. So I'll just say new piece t-shirts have arrived. Okay, so I have my new title right here for this blog post. Then I want to give it some text right here. Then on the left you can categorize it if you'd like. I'll just say create a new category, and I'll just call it piece t-shirts. That'll be the new category. I'll click on add new category. And then we just want to scroll down, and we want to give this a featured image. So I'm going to click on set featured image, and I'm going to choose this image right here and click on set featured image to set the featured image. And I also want to add a little small image gallery of the t-shirts that have arrived. So I'm going to put the cursor right before the text here, and actually I'll do a return. So I'll place the cursor where I want the images to be, because I want a set of images to show up within this blog post. So I set the cursor there. Now I'm going to click on add media, and here I'm going to click on create gallery to create a small gallery. Then I'm just going to select the different shirts that I want to be displayed in this gallery. So I have 1, 2, and I'll do this one as well. So 3-piece t-shirts. And then I want to click on this button here that says create a new gallery. Okay, so I have the 3 items in my gallery. You can also just move them around by just dragging them depending on how you want them to be displayed. So I'll just leave it like that. We can see here it's linking to a media file or an attachment page. We're going to adjust that in just a moment. Now though, I'm just going to click on Insert Gallery to insert this gallery. Okay, so now I'm going to click on Publish to publish the gallery, and now let's take a look and see what it looks like. So I'm going to click on View Post, and here you see we have our different images and we have our text and our author description right here. So when I click on this image, you'll notice it goes to a separate page with just the image. So what I really would prefer is to have a lightbox display so that I stay on the blog post. So to do that, I'm going to go back to the blog post. We need to add a plugin in order to get the lightbox to display. So the plugin we want is called Jetpack. So we are going to go back to the dashboard to add this plugin. So I'm going to click on Dashboard. And now I'm going to go to the plugin screen by clicking on Plugins. And here we see all of our current plugins. I need to add a new plugin. So I'm going to click on Add New to add a new plugin. And this plugin is called Jetpack. It's a plugin that is developed by WordPress. And I'm going to click on Search Plugins to search for this plugin. Here it is at the top. It is produced by Automatic, as I noted. Automatic is the maker of WordPress. We love Automatic. And now I'm just going to click on Install Now to install this plugin. Are you sure you want to install it? Yes, I do. Okay. And once the plugin has been installed, I want to activate the plugin by clicking on Activate Plugin. Okay, your Jetpack is almost ready. A connection to WordPress.com is needed to enable the features. So we need to connect to WordPress.com. So I'm going to click on this button that says Connect to WordPress.com. And here it says, okay, we need to connect the website to Jetpack and to WordPress. So if you have a WordPress.com account, you can just add your username and password here. And if you do not have an account, you can click on this link here that says Need an Account. So the good news is that WordPress.com is free, so you can just sign up by filling in your email address, your username, and a password, and then you can create a blog address if you would like, or probably if you already have a website, you don't need to create a blog address, so you can click on this very, very small link over here which says if you do not want a blog, you can sign up for just a username. So for the purpose of the Jetpack plugin, you really just need a WordPress.com username, so you can click on this link at the bottom that says sign up for just a username. And then you can just add your email address, your username and password, and then you can just click on this link here to sign up. So I already have a WordPress.com account, so I'm just going to add my username and password here, and then I'm going to click on Authorize Jetpack to authorize Jetpack. Okay, you're fueled up and ready to go. The features below are now active. So Jetpack provides you with a whole suite of tons of different features that you can choose. So the one that we want right now for the purpose of the image gallery is called the carousel. So it's located right here. You can learn more about it by clicking on Learn More and read about it right here. Or you can just click on Activate. So I'm going to click on Activate right here. Okay, the carousel was activated. Excellent. So I want to point out two other features, actually one other feature here that I really like within Jetpack, and that's the social sharing features. So it's located right here, the most super duper sharing tool on the interwebs. That is awesome. Share content with Facebook, Twitter, and many more. So when we click on Configure here, well, you can click on Learn More if you'd like as well, to learn more about it and watch the video, but I just want to configure it, so I'm going to click on Configure. So here you can add all kinds of different social network icons that will make it really easy for anyone who visits your blog post or your pages, depending on how you configure it. It'll make it easy for them to share your content on the social web, either to Facebook or LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+, or any of those kind of social networks. So to make this work, you just need to drag the networks that you want down here into this available area here. So I want Facebook, I want Google+, let's see, I also want Twitter, and I'll take LinkedIn as well. And then, let's see, we will also add these other ones. So I'm going to add these other ones over here in this section, and this will just create a more a more button. So you can see a live preview of what this is going to look like on your blog post or under your blog post right here. So I want to add Pinterest, and we'll also add Reddit, and we'll add Tumblr. So that is how you can configure it. You can add the others as well if you'd like. I'm just going to leave it like that. And then here we can see you can choose different button styles. I like this pretty symmetrical look, so I'll leave it like that. The sharing label will say share this. It will open in the same window, and then here, this is important, you need to select where you want these buttons to be displayed. So I want these displayed on post. So I'm just going to click on post there, and then I'm going to click on save changes to save the changes. Okay, so we've configured the sharing settings. Now let's go back to that post we created and let's check out the carousel. So I'm going to click on posts right here, and here is a new piece, t-shirts have arrived. So I'm going to click on edit to edit this post. And here we see, here is the carousel. So let's take a look at what this looks like now. So I'm going to click on View Post, and here it is as before. Now note, we now have these different social network sharing icons, so you can share this post with anyone via Facebook, Google, Twitter, or other kinds of social networks. But I want to click on these links here, these images, to see if the light box displays. So I'm going to click on this one right here. And there you go, voila. So now we have a really nice image gallery for our images. It looks a lot better than sending someone to another page. So that is really cool. So that is how you create an image gallery within WooThemes on your blog post. So there you go. That is how you add all the different features to the Wootique theme, and that is how you can configure your e-commerce theme using Wootique and WooThemes. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do leave a comment below. Also, be sure to like the video if this was helpful to you, and I will be coming out with new videos, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, if you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends, especially any friends who also may need an e-commerce website. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.